Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time.
Government is broke, government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now. Government is broke, government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke.
All right, a very good morning to you and you're welcome to the program. It's Good Morning Ghana, and today is the 24th of October 2024. We thank Almighty for giving us yet another day to go through the issues of the country, and let's just give you the headlines of the newspapers and then we can continue with other matters. The Daily Graphic, $450 million manganese refinery project begins November. NPP triggers parliament recall. Ahead of new academic year, traders switch to educational materials. Add herbal medicines to NHIS. GovTram urges government. 13 presidential candidates on ballot unnecessary. Professor Prempeh. Ghanaian Times. Decision of 4 MPs futuristic. Attorney General. Press to cut sword for construction of manganese refinery, and as government rolls out value addition drive, lands minister announces. Bruha in Parliament, Majority Caucus gathers 83 signatures to initiate recall of House. I thought it was 45 or so in the new standing orders. Anyway. Daily Guide, Majority Caucus triggers Parliament recall, pastors chiefs defend Baumia, 2024 elections, NPP exposes NDC plots. NextGen Infraco CEO found police. NAPO grabs 3 awards in US. Contesting future election doesn't result in vacant seats. The New Crusading Guide. NPP slumps NDC over sinister attempts to create mayhem ahead of December 7 elections. Akufo-Addo to cut sword for Nsuta Manganese Refinery, Lance Minister. Embrace sustainable and tech-driven cost management approaches upon Nkrumah charges surveyors. NPP committed to peace, NAPO. The top right corner says that 1,200 people benefit from Newmont project. That's a CURE community clinics in Birim North. The Insights newspaper. Adams Royal Adabiawe clan calls for national libation holiday as it affirms Nene Hakpo Adeboate Populampo IV as chief of Hokpo. Mahama jabs Akufo-Addo over handing of Saglemi housing project. KOD calls on Ghanaians to embrace Alan's government of national unity vision and reject winner takes all system. Dr. Hassan Ayarga assures of duty-free port in Ghana as he engages Guta. France's persecution of Pan-Africanist Kemi Seba. Okay, France's persecution of Pan-Africanist Kemi Seba. The Daily Statesman says that the MPs can retain seats while eyeing future elections. Minister tasks surveyors over sustainable tech-driven practices. NDC's crude taxes for power shameful, Ahiagba says. $450 million manganese refinery project starts in November. Daily Post. Parliamentary seat saga. Supreme Court must be a hatchet agent, says Tony Edu. Mahama has unparalleled record in delivering digital infrastructure, Omane, education, employment, and health top voter concerns for 2024 elections. NCC reports education, employment, and health top voter concerns for 2024 elections. NCC reports, we will take our position as majority when Parliament is recalled to forcing. All right, that's it for the headlines. But before we take a break, we'll do some pressing event that's coming up, I think on Friday, right? So we have Kwame Atiase. Is it Atiase? Oh, Atiase, okay. Kwame Atiase. He's Deputy Manager for Corporate Communications, Ghana Energy Awards. I'm sure you must have heard that awards before. It's actually, this platform has been a friend to that award scheme. So annually, we, speak with the team or the organizers here and there. Kwame, you're welcome. Good morning to you. And congratulations for this year's awards. Are you this which number now?
This is the 8th edition.
Oh, this is the 8th?
Yes, it's an annual event.
Yeah.
And we've successfully had it for 7 editions since 2017. And so tomorrow's event, which is happening at the Labadi Beach Hotel at 6:30 p.m. is the 8th one.
So the Ghana Energy Awards here, let me ask what really prompted it to be initiated?
Okay.
Because today we are in energy crisis. I really don't know which energy institution is performing fantastically. I mean, I'm sure in the Dumso era, as some people will term it, yeah, we had a challenge. Today, you started before, after the Dumso era?
Yes, we did.
So after Dumso era, we instituted Ghana Energy Awards. So today, is the energy era better? Or the energy environment, is it better? Anyway, tell us more.
Okay, so before I begin, good morning to your viewers once more. The Ghana Energy Awards was instituted in 2017. Now, the vision behind the platform was to recognize companies, institutions, and individuals that are contributing meaningfully to our country's energy development. And on our part, we also sought to use our platform to encourage sector players to attain global standards and excellence in their operations. In terms of ensuring that the relevant stakeholders are involved in what we do, the event is endorsed by the Ministry of Energy, its allied agencies, and the World Energy Council Ghana. It's also organized by the Energy Media Group. And as I mentioned earlier, it has been running for 7 editions. And this year's edition is one we anticipate to enjoy even much more success. Over the years, I must say, it hasn't been easy getting to the points that we are at today. It has involved a lot of work. And I believe sector players can attest to the growth of the award scheme since its inception. This vision of ours to create a more inclusive platform for the many contributions to our energy development as a country, and also to connect whatever we do as a platform to the development of Ghana's energy sector has helped increase participation. And so today, we are proud to have over 150 companies that participate in our awards each year. So I might say, we would first give praise to the Almighty God for how far we've come, and then we'd also gratefully acknowledge all our industry partners who have contributed to our journey. So if you'd give me a moment, I would also like to acknowledge them. Our industry partners include Ghana Gas, Volta River Authority, WIPO Authority, GWEL PLC, Energy Technology, Energy Commission, NPA, BOST, PRC, ECG, AOMC, Sonona Sogli Power, COPEC, Petroleum Commission, JK Hoggle Transport and Company, Petrosol. And so these institutions have come together with the Ministry of Energy and the World Energy Council, Ghana, over the years to support whatever we do. And would also always say a big thank you to them.
So Ghana Energy Commission is
The
also
Energy
your
Commission,
partner?
yes, please.
How vibrant are they?
Very, very vibrant. You know, they are part of the regulators in the sector. And so on their part, they ensure that things are being done the way they ought to be. In terms of bringing out new initiatives, one of them is their Renewable Energy Fair, which they've instituted to encourage young ones to come up with renewable solutions that can solve problems that are facing the sector today.
For 8 years, I mean, in your mission statement, I think, in your mission statement, you've written something along the lines of Ghana's vibrant energy sector. What does that mean?
So for us, one thing we've realized over the years is that not many people have that awareness of what the energy sector is, the stakeholders in the energy sector, and then the happenings in the sector. And so being part of the sector by what we do, we've realized that although there are a lot of controversies that surround the sector, there are also good things that are happening in the sector. And we believe that by highlighting the achievements of the good ones, we can encourage others to also follow suit. So although it might seem gloomy, the energy sector is indeed vibrant. There are good ones actually doing good things that are promoting our country. Just recently this year, if you look at the Volta River Authority, for instance, they were able to come up with a movement of the Kumasi Thermal Power Plant. And this was done wholly by Ghanaians. And it's something that we must commend. Plenty of people don't know this. And through our platform, we believe that by recognizing things like this, we can also encourage others to follow suit. And there are several other things that are happening in the sector as well.
I mean, if you look at an award scheme is expected to be monitoring the activities within the sector that it is awarding and see how Ghanaians are eventually being the, final beneficiaries or whatever the sector is actually generating. So I'm just wondering, within the 8 years period, have you seen that, well, this and this and this is what this award scheme has been able to achieve? These companies we awarded this and this and this is what they have given Ghanaians and stuff. Have you monitored, and what can you tell us apart from the movement of thermal plant?
All right. So looking over the past 8 years, several things have been done. It's not just the thermal plant. Just to avoid conflict of interest, I wouldn't want to shed too much light on what certain players are doing, else it might be interpreted as they being favored over others. But to stay in the middle, I would say on our part as organizers, each year we have a whole lot of structures that we put in place to ensure that there's a thorough assessment of energy sector companies and individuals that are awarded on our platform. Unlike many other award schemes, we have plenty of things that happen year on throughout the whole year before the main event, which is tomorrow. For instance, our awarding panel, which is a 5-member body made up of lawyer Kwame Jantua, Dr. Kwame Ampofu, Dr. Jemai Manunu, Professor Felix Asante, and Dr. Lawrence Tete, together with the award secretariat, they embark on courtesy calls to sector players to gather insights on their operations. So it's not just getting up and awarding them. We first embark on courtesy call visits to gather insights on their operations, and then also get critical feedback on our parts to see how we can better improve our platform. Subsequent to that, we also embark on site visitations to assess the various projects that are submitted to us. And so our awarding panel would then go on the grounds, because we realized over the years that, in Ghana, there are people who are good at putting up good write-ups, and you'd have good write-ups presented to us, and you go on the ground, it's actually a different story. And so to prevent that, on our part, we instituted what we call site visitations, where we have the awarding panel actually go on the ground and assess these projects that have been submitted for nominations. Once this is also...
that's before the awards.
Before the awards.
So this year we've done that.
We've already done that. And then going a step further on our part to ensure that the future of the sector is also protected, we also instituted a flagship program, that's the Energy Personalities Outreach Program, where we take energy personalities from the award scheme. So it's not just about winning the awards, but you also go a step further after winning it to make an impact. And we carry these winners to second cycle institutions across the country to interact with students and then create that awareness about the energy sector and see how they can also end up there career-wise and know the kind of courses or programs they should pursue. And so it's not just about the awards for us. There are so many things that we do, and that's what makes us stand out among the rest. And I believe that's why we have this partnership with Metro TV.
Do you involve the tertiary institutions in terms of innovators? Yesterday, there was I think University of Ghana Business School won the Business Innovation. I don't know, I've forgotten how it's captured, but something along the lines of business innovators of tertiary schools is a competition. And I think the University of Ghana won that. So something along the lines of energy innovations. I don't know if we involve the tertiary institutions.
Yes, so we first began our EPOP, our personal discovery program, at the second cycle institution level. Plans are far advanced. We've engaged a couple of tertiary institutions to see how we can then progress that to the tertiary level. So as it stands, we are not fully engaged on that level yet, but we are in talks with several institutions to see how we can carry that impact. Because if you look at the EPOP, we've currently impacted over 10,000 students. We've been to several schools, Achimota Senior High School, St. Mary's, Nungwa, Ebri Girls. Just recently we were at the Wesley Grammar Senior High School. And we've seen the impact that this comes with. And we have people in tertiary institutions who are pursuing programs just because of that interaction they had with these personalities. And so you are not the first person bringing it up. Several people have even asked us.
It means it's a concern.
It's a concern.
We're hoping. I mean, when I saw the business innovators and I saw the students win from University of Ghana, my biggest hope was that, okay, how is Ghana going to benefit? Because normally, eventually, when they innovate ideas, we don't make use of it. They end up going into other countries, and then they become assets to those countries, other than, you know, Ghanaians. And but most of them actually come up with very clever and intelligent ideas that we can use. We all know the crisis that we face when it comes to energy. Yeah. So if we know that someone is being rewarded for something, it's like we close one eye and we're asking for what?
The concerns are valid, and like you rightly said, we have really talented people in this country, and we have people that need the opportunity to showcase what they can bring on board. And this is in line with our theme for this year. You know, our theme for this year is the role of local content in building Ghana's energy sector. And we believe, as an award scheme, that local content is pivotal to creating a more sustainable and self-reliant energy sector. There are so many controversies today just because of agreements probably we've ended up in over the years. And this is not a today thing. It started from afar. You know, historically, Africa, the energy sector in Africa has struggled with several challenges. And these primarily stem from a lack of technical expertise, lack of local funding and ownership. So historically, this has led to a heavy reliance on foreign expertise and investment. This might be beneficial in the short term, but it hasn't always fostered sustainable growth in the long term or empowered local communities. And so to address this, several African countries came up with what we call local content policies. And these policies are designed to bolster the participation of local companies, local workers in the respective countries on the continent. Now, the idea behind these policies is that a greater share of the benefits derived from energy projects need to remain within the host countries, thereby driving economic growth, building technical capacity, and reducing dependency on these foreign entities and investment. Ghana in particular has made notable strides in that regard. And on our part, we believe that our theme for this year, the role of local content in building Ghana's energy sector, is both timely and significant. And we believe that by recognizing companies, institutions, and individuals that are implementing these local content policies and initiatives, then we are highlighting the tangible benefits of these policies and initiatives to encourage others to come on board. And we believe that's the way to create a more sustainable and self-reliant energy sector.
Have we followed up on the movement of the thermal plant to the Ashanti region?
Yes.
How is it performing? What's the success rate of the movement?
Our awarding panel was there last month, that's September. So as at the time that the assessment was done, it had started running, and I must say, I don't want to go too much into details because it's an awarding platform. Because it might appear to others that I'm making a case for an institution.
I mean, it's just a genuine question. It's really not a...
So our awarding panel was there last month in Kumasi, and they did assess it, and even went up far north to also assess the solar plants and projects as well. And I must, you can trust in us.
Solar innovators on the, what's it called, nominees.
Yes, so our awards platform this year features 25 competitive award categories. Now, these categories cut across the various subsectors in the energy sector. That's the power, the petroleum, and the renewable subsectors. Some of these categories include the Energy Personality of the Year, which is our Apex Award, the CEO of the Year, Energy Company of the Year. And in line with our theme, we also introduced certain categories to acknowledge such efforts, like the Local Content Leadership Impact Award, Local Content Legacy Achievement Award. In terms of solar, we have award categories that also recognize such efforts, like the Energy Company of the Year Renewable, Clean Energy Initiative of the Year, Green Chief Trailblazer of the Year. And these
Green
awards
what?
are Chief Trailblazer. That's an individual award, looking at individuals that have
Green Chief Trailblazer
Award.
Wow.
Yes. We have impressive awards on our
Green Chief.
And it's one of the Apex Awards that several people are vying for. If you look at the nominees list, if you look at the shortlisted nominees for that category, it's impressive. And in terms of the submissions that we received this year, we received a record high, 500, over 500.
Compared to previous
compared to previous years. And so I must say participation is increasing, and then the competition is keen. But on our part too, we are also instituting several measures to ensure that the final results reflect the performance of the sector.
How credible is this scheme?
Very, very credible. I know we are in an era where several award schemes have a lot of issues, and so your concerns are valid. On our part, we've made sure to involve the right stakeholders in what we do, and so we are endorsed by the Ministry of Energy, and on the global scale, we are also endorsed by the World Energy Council Ghana. And so I must say, you are rest assured, Ghanaians are rest assured.
There's no lobbying, there's no who knows who.
No.
There's no payment of some money in some corner.
No. You know, we don't even use the voting system because we believe that even using a voting system,
that alone is flawed.
It's flawed. So we avoid that system, and we rather have an awarding panel. Yes, who score independent. Yes, independent of each other, such that their scoring doesn't even influence the other. And when they are done, the whole scoring process, the results don't even come to us as organizers. We also have another partnership with Forbes Mazars, that's an auditing firm, they're an independent body, who then validates the entire awarding process, and then they collate the scoring results. Okay. And they have access to the winners of the various award categories. Now, they don't even present this information to us until the night of the event on stage, and a sealed envelope is brought on stage to us. And this is one of the things that people realize on our platform and see that other award schemes are not implementing similar things, and also sets us apart. We believe that...
So even the Energy Awards organizers are surprised that night?
We are surprised. As at now, sitting here, I don't even know who is winning. Even the people who did the scoring, that's the awarding panel, they don't know who did the... who is winning which category, because all they did is score individually and submit it to Mazars. So Mazars then has that overview, seeing what everyone has scored, and brings it together, which means even the awarding panel organizes, and then the nominees, no one knows who is winning which award. And this is the beauty of the award scheme, because the element of surprise is important in such events.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I mean, I've attended an award scheme, a particular award scheme that I thought was very credible. After the night, I decided never to worry my head over that award scheme. I mean, I don't know, for want of a expression, I just gave them the topmost credibility in my mind. I just felt, well, this one must be credible. And I agree with you that award schemes that are, you know, has the voting parting, I wonder, okay, if someone has done, we'll just give it to the person. I mean, why do I have to go and fight for people to vote? Anyway, so tell us about the night. It's Friday.
Yes, it's tomorrow, Friday. The Labadi Beach Hotel. Time is 6:30 p.m. The special guest of honor is Sabere Makwisiata II. That's the Omaihini of the Ogua traditional area. Other guests of honors include the former Chief Justice, that's Her Ladyship Theodora Wood. We also have the Minister of State at the Ministry of Energy, Honorable Herbert Krapa. And then from the World Energy Council, we have Andrew Vickers, the Senior Partner, in charge of Communications and Engagement. all in attendance at the events.
Didn't you invite the former Deputy Energy Minister, Andrew Ejapamesa?
We've sent him an invite, so we are hoping he would fulfill our request and be there. You know, he has been there in previous years when he was at yes, the Ministry of Energy, but now he has been moved on to the Ministry of Tourism, but he's still actively involved in the sector.
It would be nice to see him there.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what final words, maybe what we should expect? Is it free entry or a special invitation?
It's open to all, but you need a ticket to participate. For nominees, tickets are free. Because
tickets are free.
Tickets are free because you can't be nominated for an award and being expected to buy a ticket to participate in the event. But for others who want to participate in the event, you'd have to purchase tickets to do so. You'd first have to call the awards secretariat on 030-39400 or via our email, that's info@GhanaEnergyAwards.com.
If you can just call the number again.
030
Yeah.
3940
Yeah.
0300.
0300. That's the secretariat.
Yes, please.
So this will give you what?
So this will give you access to us, and then you can make ticket reservations, table reservations, and also if you have any sponsorship that you feel you would want to come on board with the Ghana Energy Awards and see how you can also project your brand to energy sector players. We are also open for discussions.
So this will give you table reservations. Do we have the standards of table reservations? We have different.
Yes, we have regular. We have VIP, VIP.
So regular is going for about how much?
2,000 cedis. 2,000,
okay. And then VIP?
2,500.
Okay, and then?
VIP is going for 3,000.
VV is 3,000. So 2,000, 3,000, and then?
That's the last. There are 3 categories.
Okay. So that's for those who want to do reservations. Okay, so that's how you get your tickets.
Exactly.
And so once you do the table reservation, so you can do a reservation for a number of people on a table.
On a table, or if you just want to go for individual tickets too, that's fine.
All right. So Kwame Atiase. Thank you for making time with us. And he's a Deputy Manager, Corporate Communications, Ghana Energy Awards. It's coming off tomorrow at the Labadi Beach Hotel. Time?
6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m. Is it starting at 6:30 p.m.?
Exactly.
Are you sure?
Very sure.
Okay, so 6:30 p.m. you want to be at the Labadi Beach Hotel where the Ghana Energy Awards. Yesterday I was speaking with some friends who indicated to me that they are attending the awards. I said, okay, their man is coming on the show today. Yeah, so I was actually glad and proud about it. So maybe I will come with them, even though I'm not a nominee.
That's fine, because it's open. Especially the media people, you have a huge role to play in.
I'm not coming as media people.
You're coming to enjoy yourself. Come and enjoy yourself.
I'm not coming as media people.
Come and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So we'll see you, and all the best, and also the best to all the nominees. You said you have 25 categories.
Competitive
categories that are coming through. So the nominees are more, definitely. All right. So we'll see you, and we wish you all the best on the night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming through. All right. So we'll see you at the Ghana Energy Awards tomorrow at Labadi Beach Hotel. For now, we'll take a breather. When we come back, we go into the other areas of other conversations.
Yo, guys, can you believe Momo is 15 years in Ghana?
Really?
Yes, it's been 15 years of Fatumi Phone Somame.
Wow. 15 years of Shami Momo.
15 years of Loyazo.
15 years of I've paid the school fees.
But Charlie, breaking news! Win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 rewards promo! Guy!
Just download the new My Momo app. Turn Transfer and make payment, and you could be one of the 15 people to win 15,000 cedis each, and one of the 150 people to win 1,500 cedis each. Hurry Ghana, download the new My Momo app and start getting rewarded today.
Yo, you download them.
Download. I stop being safe. It is the Momo at 50 celebrations with MTN Momo. Pay faster, pay safer, pay easier, and just Momo it.
Look around. Home also need a makeover. Mine clearly does. So we went to Ashroom and found the Como collection. It had everything we're looking for and more. Matching furniture for the entire home, designed with you in mind.
Where's Como collection? Dressing up is just a breeze. Always ready with a perfect accessory.
A magic dressing mirror. One look and you're ready to face the world. Or at least the kids.
A bed perfect for young men who want
a table that turns into a treasure chest.
And finally, a sofa with this grand TV unit for family time at home.
Head over to any Ashphone store now and discover the new Como collection. Ashphone, feel it, know it.
Abraham Chester, more from Tuna Mammy. Mammy from the Dupia, one of Mammy, I saw in the autumn. Papa sometimes miss the composed Sony B. Macatama to me, Sony B. Teach them of Bobia Sana. If you grab pad and a native pampoyade in your beauty, when you are 4, I'm a singing penny. Until me will get a scene and I made you ready to me. Yeah, maybe I could say you man, I may pay a day. Until you were from Tinuma Okada, I could father day, free as a chest in the back. I'm really ready, Madame. To Musumo to my day, my best says, no matter what you school. To my back. Now, sometimes the professors I did the school, but I am a dick. Maybe sometimes most of the mamma ready. I feel so maybe able to me. I should be school. You just go for simple. My Gary sugar na mirror na di put your day when you be a double school. Now a table to school for circle. I'm the Biamakadako father one bar there obey president and a dollar free success not agility. None of me I could order no bad or both were hand. You can't cut to walk seeing my manager at all penny. One may have said, you were papa crying, there will be a man you would so. Your choir see our school. Your cash at the young day. Young good aim, my sitter. Your book couldn't yes, see our woman.
Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, #1 on the ballot.
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath.
I'm a fair missing way.
The patch of Bantama.
Matias.
Cycle.
It's her smile.
The fresh breath.
Me, Jidi said we use Cal 360 toothpaste. Some kind.
Cal 360 toothpaste.
That's Kia. Cal 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector.
Onim Jom Kasan. You know how saying?
Cal 360 did the way. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
You will see so feeling when you know Cal 360 toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Cal 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath. Cal, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Ama. Nansi mi cheno wo bin enkoye kwao. Ama maye bohu se kontomra akija.
Nansi me hu se me nyo basi makura. Ama me kunu me into kwampo. Oyi wa. Enye mo go. Give us GC mixture and any capsules. Aye num bom. En ho asem na mo kana. E boa emma ene meme nyina. Ne ma wo ba ye obesima. Na be ma so aye be mesima. Ya we be bwanku ama ne janye nsa wo de hye ne botum na wanyinya nanim te sese ne wo yi chokwa Give us GC mixture ene castle achesa
apinfo abata wo mo manufuo ne nkwada wo ne fie du menu ka bro achesa.
To all our believers,
to the Niger Gunners of Club Road,
all you Artetas of Africa, of Accra,
of Maputo,
of Oimbo,
the legends of legends down Lusaka way. We hear you.
Now hear us. Obrigado. Halo.
Betway, the official global betting partner of Arsenal.
Welcome to Rehoboth Palms, Ayimensa, where your future home is taking shape. Discover a community like no other, designed for families and individuals seeking comfort and connection. Enjoy a host of amenities, including a swimming pool, tennis courts, kids playground, and serene sitting areas, all designed for your enjoyment. Embrace the opportunity to be part of this vibrant community with flexible installment plans available. Your dream home is waiting at Rehoboth Palms, Ayimensa, where every moment is a promise of home and affordable luxury. Visit us today at 145 North Legon, Accra. Call us on +233 244 764 499 or +233 204 950 810. For our UK clients, you can reach us on +44 190 853 3149 or +44 791 737 6631 or visit www.rehobothpropertiesgh.com to learn more. A community like no other. Welcome to Rehoboth Ayimensa.
Imagine walking into a secure environment you call your own, a home where you are in charge of your own security. But while you dream of a brighter future, shadows could be lurking at your doorsteps and windows. With real-time alerts and a professional response team ready to act, your home is protected around the clock, whether you're away or asleep. Don't wait for safety, create it. Installed by professionals, our systems integrate seamlessly into your home, guarding every nook and cranny. And with our rent-to-own plan, this unmatched security comes with no burdensome upfront cost. Enjoy your safety, payment at your own pace, and peace of mind. Plus, our theft guarantee protection ensures you're covered in case of any loss, giving you even more peace of mind. Secure your home with Home Shield. Make peaceful sleep a habit, knowing we stand guard. Response 1, protecting your world 247.
Apomode wonsem yemfen diagro. Enunti nese wonom edebapa nko. Exodus Moringa capsules, any Exodus Dandelion capsules. Efi Exodus elusuyenum, nebe boa wa pomodem. Emu bia wo benya no betimi aboa. Nanso, se wo yetu no a, wo betimi andom abo. Nebe boa papa. Se wonom Exodus Moringa capsules, ne Exodus Dandelion capsules. Ebwa mamoja di efusani yi. Na afei ebusi wo immune system no, na kweti ayarewa ahodo. Minimi yi se, nipa dodo no nim dia Moringa etimi ye. Na Dandelion so yenim. Enu nti menkasa bebre. Enye ma penfo. Ana abatan a oma enifo. Ana abofra a onya emfidum. Exodus ehun dance die dos.
You the answer to my prayer. You're with me everywhere. You're my angel, miracle. You're all I need tonight. Give me shelter from the rain. You breathe life in me again. You're my angel, miracle. You're all I need to know tonight.
Ghana's biggest housing event, the Mikasa Home and Property Fair, is here. Whether you're looking to buy an elegant house, a cozy apartment, a home in a luxurious estate, or genuine land, come and meet over 50 top developers, home loan specialists, home improvement specialists, and get personalized expert advice on your home ownership journey. Also, join in informative and stimulating seminars with industry experts and get the chance to network all for free. And oh, there will be so much play and fun for the children at our Children's Arena. Date, 2nd and 3rd November 2024. Venue, Movenpick Ambassador Hotel. Time, 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. each day. Attendance is absolutely free. Headline sponsor, Gold Key Properties. Platinum sponsor, Clifton Homes. Media partner, City FM and Channel 1 TV. To exhibit at the fair, contact us on 050-168-0737 or info@mikasa.com. Mikasa.com, Ghana's #1 property website.
Papa Sammy, I beg if you find something small, give us.
Bro Sammy, you see, no be say boys no want do nothing and just they rely on handouts. Just to know deep.
I understand the hassle. Hope they come. John Mama they come do the National Apprenticeship Program where he go sort you guys.
Brother Sammy, what is that?
John Mama knows say no be everybody we won't work for office. Like me.
That one day is true.
Under the National Apprenticeship Program, young men and women where they won't learn craft will be enrolled under the program and attached to a senior craftsman who will train them for free.
I beg you, mechanic day inside. Me like this. I don't want to learn mechanical, but the course no.
Mechanics day inside. Organizing, dressmaking, fabric making, catering, hairdressing, tiling, painting. What they even sweet about this whole thing is say when you plead, the NDC government go make sure say they go give you certificate where you go fit take go look for job anywhere.
That's sweet. That's be wonderful.
Another wonderful thing be say when you plead, the NDC government go set you up with startup capital and equipment to make sure you can start your own business.
Wow! I dey go shopping my town wait 7th December.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Welcome back to the program. It's Good Morning Ghana, and this morning I am going to have Sami Jemfi, National Communications Officer for the ADC, also a lawyer as well. And, well, with me in the studio now is the Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, also a lawyer, Andrews Ejapa Mesa. Without an S. Oh, you are without an S. Okay. You're welcome. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you? How's constituency?
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Are you winning?
Certainly, by the grace of God.
We have how many days more to go?
49, I believe, or 47.
Oh,
48.
I think
Look,
I think 44.
It really is of.
Okay, we're in the
really
40s.
no real, effect.
You don't think that you can win some 10 more votes, 50 more votes, 100 more votes? You don't think? Especially on the nights before December 7th.
My experience really on my house-to-house rounds, let me say good morning to our cherished listeners and viewers this morning, and to my constituents in secondly, is really bringing out some observations, if you like. People who were like, oh, MP, if you hadn't come, wouldn't vote, and stuff like that. But otherwise, I think that people are already decided. There are a few more out there who are yet to make up their minds, especially those who we usually refer to as floating voters. When you get to explain the issues to people, then they begin to appreciate the reality. They get a different perspective, if you like. And I'm clear in my mind that Ghanaians, as we continue to engage across the constituencies, a lot more are seeing the challenge and what it is that has accounted for the challenge that we have gone through as a country, and the work that government is doing has done to resolve some of those issues. And clearly they are hopeful that it's the NPP that can work to bring us back on track and to advance the cause of our country. And so I'm clear in my mind that on the 7th of December by 7 p.m., the secondary seat will be secured. By the 9th of December, the presidency would be secured as well.
Okay, the NCC brought out some, indicators why voters will decide on which party to vote for. I think one was education, one was economy, and something. In your constituency, some months ago, there were some voters who were giving us some complaints why they think they don't want to vote for Ejapamesa. Have you been able to identify all the issues and address them?
You always have people who may have their own position one way or the other.
All right. So the NCC said education, employment, health tops of what their research.
A lot more people have seen the benefit that the free SHS policy that the NPP government rolled out has had on their families. They are positive that it's the government that can bring all that it takes to make it a better system. Of course, you hear our friends who did adverts, who pontificated essentially that if they had 2 billion, they're not going to invest it in free SHS, who said that free SHS was the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Today, like they said with NHIS, right, that what President Kufuor had introduced, which they demonstrated against, which they opposed in Parliament. Okay, President Kufuor hadn't done it well, and that Ghanaians should vote for them. When they come, they're going to improve and make it better. Ghanaians were actually going to pay only 1/10 premium. We fell for it. I didn't, but most of us fell for it and voted for them, and they came, and that never saw the light of day. That's exactly what they're doing with the free SHS. They paid for adverts against the policy. Today, they say we should vote for them, they will come and make it better. Ghanaians have become wiser, and I'm clear in my mind that they know where the NPP stands, they know where Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia stands. With every policy, there will be challenges. But if you look at the results, of the free SHS products over the past couple of years, you would see that there's been a marked improvement in the WASI results that have been churned out on a year-by-year basis. It's working. We've seen free SHS products going into Ivy League schools on full scholarships and all that. And of course, there are teaching problems with every policy. And I'm clear in my mind that the government, which dreamt about the policy, which has implemented it to this point, is best placed to, as it were, make it better. And Ghanaians are warming up to it. They know. Obviously, if you listen to the news reports, journalists going around and speaking to people, speaking to market women, speaking to fishmongers, speaking to vulnerable in society who otherwise would not have been able to send their kids to senior high school, and who have benefited, are voting to protect the policy, and not surprising that is one of the top issues that NCC has brought. Yeah, the economy, certainly, because the cost of living have gone up. And if people get to appreciate that if you're an import-dependent economy, and as a result of a certain war that is not within your control, global supply chain is disrupted. Freight cost moves from average $2,500 to $18,000. Any importer would increase their prices to recover whatever it is that is cost them, so they can go and import more. They would necessarily pass on that cost to consumers, and it would certainly lead to inflation. It would lead to increases in cost of goods on the market. What government is doing is to deepen the one district, one factory, reduce our level of import, and also ensure that in the future, if these incidents that are not within our control happen, at least the impact is minimal.
Yeah.
We've submitted 1D1F proposals to Parliament. Look at what our friends are doing.
Hold on with that one.
And so
Hold on.
Ghanaians are being
I'm sure we'll touch on
exposed to these facts,
couple of-
and they appreciate it. And I'm clear in my
Right.
mind
I'm
that
sure we'll touch on a couple
they
of
will
things
certainly vote for
that
the
are
New
stalled
Patriotic
in
Party
Parliament.
to carry on with the good work that we've started, albeit the challenges.
So I'll be speaking with the Rastas pretty shortly. Let me just remind you that if you want to get a toothpaste for the whole family, it's Kel 360 toothpaste, and it's approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. Kel 360 toothpaste brightens your teeth, prevents cavity, and also with a cool mint, it gives you fresh breath throughout the day. It's a product from Samara Company Limited, and also they are producers of Sasso. You can reach them on 02468644798, and it is the toothpaste that will give your family 360 happy smile. Lift and elevators is also still available on the market, and it says that it comes in some portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, and simple and self-supported for both homes and offices. It can be installed within 3 days. You have it's customized for you. Contact Lift and Elevators on 0200-535-515. It's located at Sakumono. It's also you can reach them on elevatorsgh@gmail.com for consultations and best solutions. And also IPTLS admission is on the Institute of Paralegal Training and Leadership Studies in collaboration with Ghana National Association of ADR Practitioners and AGR International Register, an ISO body, certified body, is offering internationally recognized industry-driven conflict resolution and other specialized courses as follows. We have professional executive masters in alternative dispute resolution, professional executive masters in general paralegal studies, professional executive masters in chieftaincy law and sustainable development practice, professional executive masters in industrial and labor relations practice, professional executive masters in family law and conflict resolution. And we also have an exceptional team of facilitators who are well-versed in their subject areas and are ready to equip participants with skills they need to influence the industry. So for admission, call them on 0303-960-798. WhatsApp them on 0509-634-027 or email to ipls.edu.gh@gmail.com. Let's go on to the phone lines and speak with the Rastas. Asari Donko of Multimedia. Rastas, thank you for your time. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Annie.
Rastas, I hope you're doing well.
God's grace, I'm good.
All right. So we scheduled to speak with you days ago, but we were unable to do that. However, I think it's right for us to now check up on you, how you're doing, how the team is doing so far. What's going on with you? I mean, your health.
Well, so a lot happened to us, and we needed to make sure we were okay, short term and long term. What I mean is that we received a lot of punches and slaps, and we needed to make sure that orifices are good. Our eyes, mine, for example, was with my right eye, which was not really looking good that day. Some of my colleagues, the drone pilot, received a lot of blows to the head. So at the point, he wasn't hearing well in one ear. So yesterday, he also got that checked, and he's been given medication, and I think it's getting better. Mine, I had a thorough eye screening yesterday by doctors at the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital. Myself, I have eye issues, so adding pressure to that one, I wanted to make sure that the back of the eye is okay. Thank God, it's looking good. So I think we are good.
The last time I spoke with you, that was like 2 days or 3 days ago. You said you weren't seeing clearly. How's your vision now?
Yeah, that was in the right eye, but it's better. It's better.
Have you seen any specialists yet?
Yes, yesterday, I must say thank you to Dr. Mohamed Tima, who is an eye specialist at the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital. He had some time for me, about an hour of screening, and it got checked out. Now I think it's okay. My fears have been allayed, so I'm good.
All right, Erastus, for the benefit of those who don't know exactly what happened, just in about 2 minutes, tell us what happened to you.
So, about 3 weeks ago, normally we have a lot of information coming from well-meaning Ghanaians, from communities, from chiefs, from politicians, policemen, even soldiers. And sometimes I even wonder why people clothed with powers will rather come to a journalist instead of going out to enforce the law. But I think it's obvious that they are afraid of victimization. And so we had one such information stream that was coming from a prominent Ghanaian who was not happy with what was being done to the Asananyo Forest Reserve, which is in the Amanse South district. And the river Asananyo, which flows into the Ankobra, he was not happy that it was being polluted the way it was by a company that has a license to mine, at least. So he sent me a copy of the licenses and some pictures as well. But, even when we have such compelling information, we do not go ahead to report. It's not our style. We deal with it professionally. We will want to go to the field, check it out ourselves, know the level of destruction before we report. So we set out on Sunday, and we left Kumasi about 6 a.m. We reached the site at Esumenya. Esumenya is close to Mansonkai. If you pass through Sefi, you go through Sefi Asarenso to Sefi Merewa to Aboso before you get to Esumenya. And we flew the drone to check the place. We saw that there were 2 gentlemen, young men, and some women on site in some makeshift apartment. And so we entered, greeted them, and we started our investigations on the ground. And indeed, what we found was enforcing the fact that what the gentleman sent us was indeed correct. The stream, the river Asananyo, you could not even identify it from the mess that has been created over there. They, contrary to law, they did not have any tailings dam, or they did not have any settling ponds that will contain the poisonous mining residue from their operations. In fact, they were using illegal mining methods, artisanal washing methods. Normally, large scale, you are supposed to use a certain kind of method to extract it, to process your gold. That was not being done. They were using artisanal, illegal methods to wash on the field. And the devastation, Annie, was extensive, more than the guy sent us. In fact, we flew the drone for minutes on end, and it wasn't ending. And what broke my heart was the fact that there were trees. The place is part of a land restoration project that the government has spent money to grow trees, citronella trees, and they've matured. And this guy has pulled all of them, if not all of them, majority of them down to mine. So in a way, we paid money to restore that forest, and we are pulling it down with no proper mining method. So in the midst of filming, then I heard one of the 2 young men we met at the site speaking on the Motorola and telling somebody that some media personnel are here, so you should come. Normally when we hear that, it's not something we ignore because, one, it could be they are inviting the owner of the mining site to come. 2, it could be they are inviting hoodlums, thugs, to come and assault you. So I asked the drone pilot to bring the drone down. But the drone had gone very far, and so it takes time for it to, maneuver, take its time, correct itself, get the GPS directions, and come back. So before the drone could touch down, we saw over 10 heavily armed, and they were all holding pump-action guns, running towards us. So we had to just wait and see what will happen. When they came, before the drone could touch down, one of them reached for it and nearly broke the propellers. Then they took our camera. They did a thorough body search of all of us, took everything that was in our pockets, phones, gadgets, and other things. Then they took my jacket because they said I could be hiding cameras in the Joy branded jacket, so they took it. Then with a gun following us. In fact, at the point I didn't know, but these are people, if you look at their faces, some of them you could see they were under the influence of something. They were high on something, and they were holding pump-action guns. And the way they were brandishing it, at the point they were clocking it, removing bullets and putting them back. Seriously, I was scared. But I had to maintain my calm. They said we should get into our vehicle by force. They are taking us to see the owner of the site. I said, where is the owner of the site? They said the next town, called Dawusaso. I said, okay, fine. We got into the vehicle. One guy who was holding a pump action got behind the driver, sat behind the driver. Another one sat in the bucket. Then 2 vehicles were ahead of us, armed with people in it. Then behind us, another vehicle. We had motorbikes flanking us. We drove for 20 minutes. We got to Dawusaso. Then they were going past Dawusaso, the town. They said we were going and entering into the bush. So I stopped the car. I asked the driver to stop the car. And the moment as we stopped, all the armed guards came towards the car. Why have we stopped? And I said, we need to know where you are taking us. So you tell us where you are taking us. Because you said we're going to see the owner at Dawusaso. Now we're going past that. We are entering the bush. So tell us. In fact, they were rather angry. They said, we came to their site illegally, so we do not have the right to ask questions. If the driver cannot drive, they pointed the gun at the driver that he should get out for the other driver to drive our vehicle. I said, no. So we got back, and I told the driver to just follow them. Because the way they were brandishing the guns, I didn't want to infuriate anybody, so they fire accidentally or something. So we kept going. 20 more minutes. We entered some bushy, secluded area with an untarred road. They entered the untarred road and then stopped. Then they asked all of us to get down. Seriously, at that time, it was like somebody leading you into an unknown area and asking you to get down so he shoots you. That was what was running in my head. So I hesitated in getting out. And I asked the guy, why are you bringing us to this bushy area? Where is the owner of the site? Before I could say Jack, I received 2 hot slaps from behind, and they pulled me out. They pulled my other colleagues out, and then the beating started. So one will hit you from the back, the other one will hit you from the front, slaps from behind. Everybody, like this one will come, will slap you, go behind, and another person will slap you. So at the point I told them, you can't be doing this. What is the purpose of this? What do you want? We are doing our legitimate jobs. If you feel that we have offended the law, then take us to the police station. But you cannot subject us to this beating. Then they told us they gave us our phones, said we should take our phones, apply the password, open the phone for them to format the phone. I said, you can't format my phone. Why are you formatting my phone? They said, we've taken pictures at the site. I said, fine. That is even illegal. I have every right to take pictures. But if you want to delete your pictures, I can open the phone, the photo folder for you. Then you delete what you think is there. But if you say you are formatting my phone, then that's not right. Then that one also attracted series of slaps because they said I was trying to be a hero.
So how many slaps did you receive?
Come again, Annie.
How many slaps did you receive?
I can't count. I can't count.
Okay. So they took you into the forest and then left you there.
So after they deleted pictures from my phone, they formatted the phones of my colleagues, some of my colleagues. Then they took a bag in a car. It contained our drone batteries, 5 of them, a tablet, a headset, and they took my Joy branded jacket and they left.
Okay. Okay, so that's when you called for help.
So we went to the next town, the Mansonkai police station, to report. But we were told we do not, they did not have jurisdiction, so we should go to Mansour Dubia. And we went to Mansour Dubia, did a report. They gave us medical forms, we went to the hospital. We came back and they gave us armed policemen, numbering about 8. Then we went back to the site. They said they were going to arrest them. We went back to the site. Yes, we met them all right. They were there. This time, I don't know where their guns were. They did not have any guns. But they engaged the police in heated verbal exchanges, some of them saying, threatening them that their government is in power. And so they won't board any police vehicle. They won't go. So the police came back, sat in the car, said we should go back to the station without them. So we went back without a single arrest. In fact, they arrested the 2 young people who called the Metro Men in. But with the Metro Men, the armed people, none of them was arrested. Then we went back, wrote our statements, and left the place around 9 p.m. back to Kumasi. The next day, the Bekwai command called me. They put together reinforcement, said we should go back to the site. We went back to the site, there was nobody there. Where I suspected they would be, I told the police to go there. They said no, their vehicles cannot go there. So we came back.
What's the name of the company that owns the site?
It's called Edel Metallum Resources Limited.
Edel Metallum Resources.
And our checks, it belongs to one Simon Aiden and Reynolds Kwabi.
Simon Aiden.
Simon Aiden.
And then
Reynolds Kwabi.
Reynolds.
Kwabi.
Kwashi.
Kwabi. Kwabi.
EI. Okay. The police gave us some updates that they had arrested 3 persons. What has happened to them?
In fact, yesterday we also tried to find out what has happened to them, and the police were seeking our, I don't know whether our advice or I should put it this way, but they were asking, they wanted to proceed with prosecution, and we said yes, that's what we want.
Okay, are you
since then, this morning I have not spoken with them, so I don't know.
But is you and your team taking any action against the owner of the site, the mining site? Legal action,
I know my company is working on something. I've not been fully briefed on what the actions are, so I'm waiting. But on the license, the mining leads I have seen, the MD, the name on the sheet, the MD is Philip Esteem Kuchinyo. And while the director stroke secretary is Adeline Tete. And per our checks, Simon Aiden is the owner of the lease. And Reynolds Kwabi is the operations manager.
Okay. Okay. Erastus, we'll leave you here. Thank you. And then we're glad that you're in good health now. We'll check up on you later.
I'm grateful, Annie.
Thank you very much. Erastus Asare-Dankwa there. And he is one of our journalists who has been in the field to help fight illegal mining. And he's been, updating us on the daily, weekly, monthly. They always are in the forest, dedicated their lives for us, trying to give us more updates. And that's what happened to them some few days back. So we just wanted you to understand the account, and then we'll see how the fight is also going so far. Japa. Let me welcome Sammy Jenfi. You're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, yeah. All right.
It's not good for people to take the law into their own hands, hire armed security personnel to brutalize journalists who are doing their work. I think the police should do better than what they did. I mean, in all honesty. My sense that I got a few weeks ago was that there's been some deployment of military officers, especially on our water bodies and forests, to like renewed tempo of sort in the fight against this Galamsey menace. It was surprising to me when I heard yesterday evening this breakout on Joy, I believe, top story when I was driving home. I was joining the news rather at 6. And to listen to his account this morning, it's pretty chilling. I think our security officers should up their game. It's unfortunate how we have allowed ourselves as a people to disregard everything that ultimately protects our humanity. Our water bodies are in a mess. The last time, I don't recall whether it was Sammy Jenfi that I was on the show with, that this matter came up, and my call really was for us to rally together. Because, like it or not, Bawa was last week. I'm not sure the Galamsey matter came up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was before that. Like it or not, we the politicians who have, if you like, by our own actions and utterances, encouraged such brazen, right, actions from people who are really selfishly pursuing their own economic interest to the detriment of everybody else. Last time when the president was in the north, clarified the point about he putting his presidency on the line. That call was hugely undermined by the politics that we play with matters that we should take a little bit more serious than we do. I guess that going forward, what we all as a people should realize that water, they say, is life. We can pretend to be ostriches all we want and say that, hey, you are in government, you have executive power. Go ahead and do what is expected of you. Okay, and governments cannot act in isolation. Has to be an environment that engenders support for whatever action that government is taking. After all, government is us. We are in our own ways are undermining what it is that government has to do to protect all of us. Then it becomes difficult. That is not to say it need not be done. It has to be done. We need to fight this thing with all the power that we can muster, with all the support that we can garner. We all coalescing together to ensure that we nip this thing in the bud once and for all. Because I don't want to go into when it started, how and why we've gotten here. It is with us. I support the call for a pact amongst all the political actors that then sent a clear message to everybody who is engaged in this activity that it's not a politicking. We're not going to play politicking. It's a serious national issue. That our fight is going to be concerted.
This story has traveled for some days. I'm yet to hear any government official speak on it. Knowing the attempt or the effort we're putting in fighting Galamsey, I expect that this will be a point of interest to government, because that is what government is seeking to do, is the same thing Erastus is seeking to do as a journalist. It's only GJA that I've heard that they're pushing for the prosecution of persons who...
I heard it for the first time yesterday evening.
Oh. So you're actually now hearing the full account?
Yes, this is that's why I said that hearing his narrative is chilling. I heard it yesterday at the 6 o'clock news on Joy FM.
It was just
I had spoken on the top story with Roxanne Dafiamapo on subject matter relating to the issues in Parliament. Actually at Akai House Clinic with my little girl in Laboni when I had to take part in the call. So after we left the doctor's office was when I heard, driving home, was when I heard for the first time this Erastus story. But I thought you said that the police had released some updates on it.
They
have indicated that some arrests have been made.
Yes, they indicated they arrested 3 persons. As to whether they are still in their possession or they
have to do more,
or they've arrested more, we don't know. Now, from his account, what confuses me is that what you went onto the site, you saw persons there. They had given you their accounts. The first thing you do is arrest the people there.
Yeah.
Why look at them and leave?
I don't know. IGP and his men will have to explain. But you see, Annie, we've all heard accounts of how compromised some of our security services officers have been in respect of this fight. I don't know how true it is because I haven't had any personal experience or encounter to, as it were, confirm or deny it. But that's the perception out there. And so you tend to, when you hear incidents like this, are tempted to believe that maybe, just maybe, the police went in there with Erastus and did not effect any arrest because of some reason other than what they went there to do. Because otherwise, how would you go and actually meet the people and not arrest them? You know, and it's not as if they went there from their account unarmed. These were armed police personnel. And so I do not see how and why they did not effect any arrest at the scene. We need to call on the police to provide some clarity on that. But today, I get worried. I get worried about. Say it again.
The day I spoke with him, it was quite more scary. It's almost like they were at the point of between life and death. You know.
Yeah, I got the sense from his account.
Yes,
I mean,
they didn't know. In fact, I tell you, he has toned down. The very first time, they're still having, they're still reeling from the whole trauma now. So I think it's a little, but first, when when I first spoke with him, it was more scary. It was more scary. They felt they were going to die. These were people who had carried them. They didn't know them. Yeah. They didn't know what they had taken them to.
Pump action guns.
With guns. I mean, these are journalists. All they have is their pen and their camera.
Yeah.
They can't hurt a fly. So, I mean.
And they are drones.
And that's all.
In this case. It's scary. And like I keep saying, this is a fight that we cannot afford to lose. It's important that I know that every time that this matter comes up, a retort from our friends on the NDC side is that you are in government, you have executive authority, go ahead and act. Yeah, of course. That's true. And I believe that government has to do what it has to do. But I'm saying that we live in this town. We know the realities on the ground. The president's commitment to fight this thing was real.
Was?
Yes, it was.
No more?
I believed him. Yeah, of course, it is.
Okay.
But you need to situate it in the context and the time that he made that commitment and how we politicians, through our utterances, undermined it for our political gain. And so it will weaken whatever it is that your executive authority has to do.
How?
Quality, of course. I'm saying to you that we are all here. We can pretend to be ostriches all we want.
So comments from the opposition weakened the willingness of the government?
I'm not saying the willingness. It certainly weakened the action on the ground.
The effort.
It's real.
Okay.
But is that the path that we ought to go? I want us to elevate the conversation to you did this, I did this, and all that. It really is not helping us. I feel really, really, really sad when I see our water bodies in the state that you just showed on your screen. It's worse than the images that you tried to show the other day that I was, because I'm from the Western region. I drive across the Pra every day, practically. And it's not good. We need to come together. Every government effort has to have the overwhelming support of every single Ghanaian. Otherwise, we won't go anywhere. That's the point that I'm making. If that does not happen, governments will come and go. And we'll still have the same situation on the ground.
When you say we need to come together, how? How do you want us to? For now, we're together.
I've heard a call for a pact, commitment,
that
both parties, especially the leading political parties in our country, make a clear, definitive commitment to cleaning our water bodies.
Okay, so I am in opposition. I'm in any institution. I am an NGO. I am an interested party. I'm not even a political or whatever. I'm signing on to a pact. And after signing, what?
Then it emboldens the commitment that nobody is going to undermine the effort of government for political ends. Right? And only last week or two, when the president was in the north, he made references to it. Nobody called the people who undermined it out. Nobody did. When we saw political functionaries in the pits urging people on, that clearly will undermine the fight. Let's be real. When you hear political actors speak that, hey, go ahead, when I come, I'll do X, Y, Z for you. You think it will undermine the fight? You think it will not? That's why it's important that we all come together, because maybe you may be in a position to drink bottled water. But how about the greater majority of our people who live around these water bodies who have lost hope in political leadership to deal with this matter once and for all?
Right.
Until we get to that point, and we can go in circles and talk, until all our waters probably maybe Akosombo. In the north, they've started.
Okay, let me bring in Sammy. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, and let me say a very good morning to our cherished viewers. This is a very sad morning for me. I'm struggling to put myself together after listening to that horrifying, that harrowing and chilling account of my good friend Erastus Asaridonko, a journalist who understands what patriotism is, who understands what the duty of the profession is, and has gone to great lengths, to expose the activities of illegal miners and the debilitating impact that is having on our environment. It is so sad that in this country, a country which is supposed to be governed by the rule of law, such journalists, and here I'm not just talking about Erastus, but he and his colleagues will be subjected to this kind of inhumane, degrading, horrific, barbaric treatment. It is sad that they will be kidnapped, beaten, molested in a manner we just heard him recount. What is their crime? Their crime is that they were just reporting the illegal mining activity of an entity. An activity which is destroying water bodies, destroying a forest reserve, destroying the environment, thereby endangering human lives. In any serious jurisdiction, people like Erastus Asaridonko and his team would have been celebrated as heroes for putting up such a patriotic, fight against a menace which poses an existential threat to the people. But not in Akufo-Addo's Ghana. Not in Bawumia's Ghana. Not in a country governed by the NPP. Because they don't care about patriotism. They don't care about the protection of the environment. They don't care, they don't give a hoot about the fight against illegal mining. Because they themselves are the main people behind the illegal mining business. They themselves are the masterminds of the wanton destruction of our water bodies, forest reserves, and environment in general. They themselves are actively engaged and, in fact, leading the illegal mining menace. So they don't care. They themselves are the ones instigating their thugs and hoodlums, bandits, some of whom belong to their Delta forces, invisible forces, and so on. They are the ones instigating these hoodlums to attack innocent journalists. And that is why viewers must take everything Ejapa Mensah has said on this platform this morning with a pinch of salt. You saw the way he was dancing around the issues. At the point you could not even talk. Because they have lied and lied and lied up to a point that their own conscience is now beginning to judge them. So you saw him completely speechless. He couldn't talk. He sat here and defended illegal mining over and over again. And so what is happening is the product, the direct product of what some of them do on platforms like this. When you defend wrongdoing, you promote it. You embolden wrongdoers to engage in more brazen acts of that wrongdoing. That is what the Japamesa and his party have succeeded in doing. So, this is a very sad day for Ghana. I'm not talking about today, I'm talking about the time we find ourselves in. These are sad times. It is painful and shameful to be a Ghanaian around this time because of the bad leadership we have. Leaders with no morals, leaders with no values, leaders with no love for country, no modicum of patriotism in them. They came to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And that has been their game plan. That is what they are implementing. Look, Annie, why are we here? We are here because the new patriotic party, led by Nana Addo Dankwa, William Akufo-Addo, and his vice, Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia, they came together and decided to scam Ghanaians, particularly small-scale miners, so that they could kick them out of their legitimate business and afford them the opportunity to take over the small-scale mining space. They and their party apparatchiks and functionaries. That was their game plan. The so-called fight against illegal mining declared by Akufo-Addo, the so-called statement that he was prepared to put his presidency on the line, that statement, okay, were all, part of that grand scheme by the NPP. They were all a ruse. They were all a charade calculated at scamming Ghanaians into believing that, look, you have a government which is genuinely interested in fighting illegal mining. Give the government your trust. Little did the people of this country knew that no, they were not interested in any fight. They only sought to appropriate the illegal mining menace and the small-scale mining industry for themselves, their family members, their party functionaries, and apparatchiks. So, you recall that when the president said he was prepared to put his presidency on the line, everybody in Ghana supported the call. Everybody was hoodwinked to believe in him, with the exception of people like us, who said that, look, this man is not sincere. And the reason why we said he was not sincere is because prior to his election as president, he, Akufo-Addo, had gone to Obuasi and had told small-scale miners there, and I'm quoting him verbatim, that President Mahama says, I am coming to abolish Galamsey. It is not true. I am rather coming to support you to do Galamsey. So his initial position was not to fight against illegal mining. It was when he took office.
Is that the one he spoke in Chi?
Yes, in Chi. Yes. It was when, because it's not the Chi program, I said it in English. Yeah. I just paraphrased it in English.
Yeah, I just want you to say that in Chi so that when you paraphrase it in English, you don't change.
Oh, almost say. Me banama babi Google and say, and you know, crap, yes. Me banama be buama. That is what he said. It is available.
Okay. So me ban be buama yemojuma doesn't mean I'm coming to support you to do Galamsey.
Me no TPN. Where are you from? The president says, I'm not coming to stop Galamsey. I'm coming to help you to do Galamsey. That is what he told them. What is the meaning of that? Now listen to me. He gets elected. And immediately he begins his work. There happens to be a media coalition led by Ken Achibe, okay, who has started a certain advocacy for the small-scale mining sector to be properly streamlined, okay, and for what was was looking like a very worrying, trend to be checked. Then the president says, oh, I'm prepared to put my presidency on the line for this fight, blah, blah, blah. And people bought into it. So, you know what he did? Immediately banned small-scale mining, both legal and illegal. And after the ban, they went to various sites, including the concessions of legal small-scale miners. They banned excavators. In some cases, they shot at small-scale miners and killed some of them. It happened in Kwabenya in the eastern region. It happened in the western region. They killed some of them. In fact, the current first deputy speaker of parliament, Joe Asewusu, is on record to have said that if members of Operation Vanguard saw anybody doing mining, small-scale mining at the time, because at the time, both legal small-scale mining and illegal had been banned. So those doing mining, some of them at the time were legal small-scale miners. They were not breaking the law. They had their appropriate licenses. They are taking loans to buy equipment to do legitimate business permitted by law. But they were all told to stop. And Joe Asewusu said, if you find them mining, shoot and kill. And nobody in government condemned it. And indeed, they shot and killed people. After people lost their lives on the altar of the fake 419 promise of Akufo-Addo to put his presidency on the line to fight illegal mining, then they began to show their real intentions. They began to implement their grand scheme, which is to take over the entire small-scale mining industry for themselves. So what did they do? They began seizing concessions which belonged to innocent Ghanaians. And they were giving the concessions to their Chinese collaborators. We saw this on tape in Anas Arimiyaw Anas's Galamsey fraud documentary. We saw it. That at the time the so-called ban was supposed to be enforced, the secretary to the then Interministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining, Charles Bisu, today who is his bosom friend, he wants to be MP in the constituency adjoining his. Okay? They eat together, do everything together. Charles Bisu was caught on tape collecting bundles of money, collecting bribes from Chinese and counting the bribe money in front of the cameras. He didn't know that, of course, cameras were on him. So he took bribe money. We saw it in the tape. He was counting the money. So he takes money and says, you can go and work. He takes the money and says, you can go and work. So through that ban, they only enriched themselves. And they were able, so if you don't come and pay money, you can't go and work because there is a ban. If you go and work, Operation Vanguard will be sent there. They will come burn your excavators. They can even shoot and kill you. So people went, they extorted monies from illegal miners and legal small-scale miners. Some of the seized excavators were released to NPP officials. They seized excavators from legal small-scale miners. And they gave it to NPP officials who have no licenses to go and mine. Where is my evidence? Okay, party Heska. It is captured on tape. The then Minister for Environment, who was the chairman of the Interministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining, Professor Frimpong Boateng, in a conversation with NPP former vice chair for the Central Region, Ekwawusi, discussing the whereabouts of the seized excavators. And according to Ekwawusi, it was the minister who told him that party Heska, the NPP needs money. I told you, they came to steal. It is all about money. Even if they will kill for money, they don't care. They have no integrity, no values, no morals, nothing, no conscience. So our party needs money. So he said, Minister, you told me to give some of the equipment to Gizu. Who is Gizu? A known NPP serial caller. You told me to give some of the equipment to John Buadu. Who is John Buadu? Their general secretary. He mentioned one to me, Ashanti regional chairman. So they took the excavators of legal small-scale miners, gave it to their party official to go and do illegal mining. How wicked can you be?
So the distributors.
You see, if I see, when I see,
they distributed it among themselves.
Exactly. They distributed some among themselves. Some were sold. Because excavators cannot fly. Excavators don't have wings. How is it possible that in one day we're told that 500 excavators which were seized could not be accounted for? Where did the excavators fly to? They distributed the excavators to their party functionaries to go back into the forest reserves. To go into the forest reserves because those miners were not even mining in forest reserves. And plunder our resources, destroy the environment. That is what they did. You know what? When the task force was in place, Galamstop, Operation Vanguard, and all that, they were not only seizing excavators from miners, they were also seizing gold. Anytime they came to your site, they seized excavators and they seized your gold. They seized pickups. Where are the pickups? Where are the gold? They seized. I had in my custody reports, and Erasmus has those documents from Frimpong Wati, which he has given to the police, about the whereabouts of those pickups they seized from the Chinese and the gold. They stole the gold. The guns, they stole the guns. They stole the pickups. Most of the times we talk about just the excavators. What about the gold? What about the pickups? They stole everything. They shared it among themselves like biscuits. They enriched themselves through a fraudulent fight against illegal mining. And then they made illegal mining free for all for their party functionaries through another charade called community mining. So through that, illegal mining became free for all. So from the president to his vice, look, I am going to tell you that the current issue which we are discussing, this Asenanyo Forest Reserve, okay? The people Erasmus mentioned are not the real owners of those sites. No politician takes a concession and puts his name on the concession. 99% of them have fronts. They have people fronting for them. And I can tell you, very soon, the identity of the people behind this forest reserve, those who instigated, commanded, sponsored, directed these NPP tags, and by the way, those tags who assaulted Erasmus and his crew belong to the Delta forces and the Invisible forces of the NPP, put in place by Akufo-Addo himself. If you want to ask Erasmus, he can identify some of them. He's a Kumasi boy. I've seen some of their pictures. They are from Kofrom. We know them. Ashton, we know those boys. And Erasmus will tell you. Look, I know that the person behind that concession is a close associate of Alhaji Bawumia. I won't put his name out today, but his name will come out.
Because you're lying.
Close associate of Bawumia. Close associate. Close advisor and spokesperson of Bawumia. Very, very close.
That's very unfair.
So, but let's go on. You see, so that is what they did. They distributed the excavators, the gold, the pickups, after they killed people. Look, me, if I die and I go to heaven and I see Bawumia and Akufo-Addo there, I'm in hell. I will check out of that place. The crimes these two people have committed against this country, nature will judge them, posterity will judge them, and God will judge them. This is wickedness, Annie. Wickedness. Today he's here calling for support, unity. We gave them whatever support they needed. Who in Ghana at the time spoke against Akufo-Addo's fight against illegal mining when he did what was unheard of, banning a legal enterprise, a legal venture? Nobody spoke against it. It was after we saw a NASI's expose on how they were using the ban as a ruse to extort monies from miners. And they were giving mining concessions to Chinese. That is when we started holding press conferences. That the ban was fraudulent.
Your people were seeing in the mining.
No, that was during the election time.
2016.
Yeah, that was during the election time. No, 2020.
2020, yeah.
What I'm talking about happened in 2018. Look, Google right now. The former Minister for Local Government, Hajia Lima, met MMDCs in Accra in 2018 and said that government had a security report that showed that MMDCs of the NPP were doing illegal mining. At the time, no NDC person had gone to a mining site to engage miners. We had not even held a press conference. That was the local government minister. So was he also undermining the fight? Saying that MNDC is heirs of DISEC and NISEC, representatives of the president. Because it is a grand scheme. The president told them, there is a ban. This is your opportunity. Move in. Move in. Go and grab a concession for yourself. Free for all. Either than that, how come that no MMDC was sacked? Why you think this is a laughing matter? Go and look at the water people are drinking today. The cyanide, lead, mercury polluted water. Children are being born with deformities. They are being born without eyes, without limbs, without ears, without nose. Under John Mahama, nobody could mine in a forest reserve. You know that all our river bodies, they take their source from forest reserves? You know that the reason why all our water bodies today are looking coffee brown is because Akufo-Addo decided to pass LI 2463 to assume the power to give anybody the right to go into a forest reserve to mine. And it is in the forest reserve that the water bodies are being polluted because the rivers have their sources in the forest reserves. So once they pollute the rivers in the forest reserves, you will see the effects out there very soon. That is where the pollution of the water bodies are happening. Under John Mahama, nobody could mine in a forest reserve. How come that the president who said that he was prepared to put his presidency on the line will now pass a law giving him the sole discretion to grant access to anybody, any Tom, Dick, and Harry, to go into a forest reserve and mine? And all the beneficiaries of those mining leases in our forest reserves are MPP government officials. Sometimes it's a party official. You've seen, you put their pictures on the screen. You are the producer of the show, you know. Ministers of state. Ministers of state. The Western Regional Minister, another friend of his, he was caught on camera telling his party supporters that we have sacked the soldiers, we have sacked Operation Vanguard. It is now time for you to go and do illegal mining. And one PC of theirs says that if a soldier comes to you to stop you from mining, slap him, beat him. They have reduced Ghana into a banana republic, a failed state, because of their greed and their selfishness. You understand? And my sister, after doing all this, today, all the rivers are gone. They've destroyed all the forest reserves. So journalists have come together in line with their duty as a fourth estate of the realm to expose its menace and to put pressure on government to act. And the journalists now have become the victims. The galamseyers are being protected. You see why I told Randy Abe the last time I was here that you can't fight galamsey with galamseyers? The TUC should listen very carefully. If they themselves have decided to be deceived, then it is their own palaver. But no discerning mind, no reasonable person can believe again that this government can fight galamsey. No. The government itself is a galamsey government. They thrive on galamsey. Galamsey is their food. They bath, they eat galamsey. And the galamsey they do is not the ordinary galamsey that these young men are doing in Takwa and Obuasi. They are the ones destroying the water bodies. In Obuasi, they do deep, hard rock mining. They don't destroy water bodies in Obuasi. Even in Takwa, they don't destroy water bodies. The ministers who are mining in the forest reserves, the appointees, the MPP functionaries, those working with Bawumia and Akufo-Addo, some of whom have been named by Professor Frimpong Boateng, like Protozwa, who works in the office of the Chief of Staff. All of them, they are the ones destroying the water bodies. Kennedy Japan has said so. Their own party members have said so. So these guys have no love for country. They don't care about human lives. They don't care that people are drinking polluted water that can make them sick for life. It can make them suffer terminal diseases. They don't even care about the children who are being born with deformities. They don't care. And you say you are going to vote for these people? Then you don't love Ghana. This, you see, where we have gotten to, like President Mahama said, this election we are going to have in the next 44 days is not an election between NPP and NDC. No. It's a choice between good and evil. A choice between Ghana and the NPP. A choice between those who came to loot and destroy our country and those who want to come and reset and rebuild Ghana.
Right.
This is not the time to say that you will make to part NPP. Alan Chairman Tinkwe Jai. Their former General Secretary, Ohini too, he says that if you vote for the NPP, they will never respect you as a Ghanaian. Because they can't get away with this. The only way there can be accountability, the only way Erastus can get justice. Look, why couldn't the police effect the arrest when they went there? Because the people said our party is in power. And these people are hoodlums, they are thugs, they've been trained and armed by Akufo-Addo himself. The police cannot touch them. And mark my words, even the three who are in cells now, the matter will be a foolish case. Mark my words. It will be a foolish case. Because it has been so from day one. The only way people like Wontumi will face the music of accountability, the only way that people like Sampine will face the fire of accountability, the only way those who attack Erastus will be declared wanted, arrested, prosecuted, and jailed is when you vote for change. If you vote for Bawumia, this will continue. Bawumia can't deal with it because he can't even speak against it. He can't even speak against it. The only way, I'm telling you, any recommendation, what we need is not a dialogue. What we need is not unity. Today he sees here a whole government with executive power. Don't you know? He's a lawyer. Doesn't he know that the mineral resources of Ghana are all vested in one man, the president, and he holds that in trust for the people? And he says that because a politician went to campaign to small-scale miners, he undermined them. In 2020, by the time Kwaku went to do that campaign, you had already destroyed the water bodies. And in the case, Kwaku never told anybody to go and do illegal mining. Go and listen to the tape. Tony Obi never told anybody to go and do illegal mining. He was telling them that the NPP people came, banned a small-scale mining, including legal small-scale mining, prevented you from doing your legitimate business, arrested some of you, killed some of you, used your Chinese collaborators to take over your concessions. John Mahama will not do that. John Mahama will allow you to work and you will do your mining responsibly. Look, Annie, I am the National Communications Officer of the NDC. Last week, I was in Obuasi. I met small-scale miners. The tape is available. I'm going to release the tape today. I told them that John Mahama supports mining. He supports responsible mining. And if John Mahama comes, every miner who wants to do legal, responsible mining will be supported with the necessary capacity building, training, equipment to mine responsibly. But we will never, ever support illegal mining. We will never, ever support mining in water bodies. Never. If you want, vote against us. To mine in water, John Mahama will never support it. No leader in the NDC will ever support it. And anybody in the NDC who is thinking of that, better advise yourself. Okay. So, we are not like them. Our position on this matter is clear. You don't need any consensus from us. They can't act because they can't arrest themselves. Thief man, no go fit catch another thief man. Okay. They themselves are the illegal miners. Okay. And they are the ones who have gone to buy all these machines. They've been given access. You see, the ordinary miners in Tarkwa and Obuasi are not, they will never be given the right to mine in the forest reserve. And those small-scale miners, you saw Kwaku Boahen addressing them. They don't even have the money to buy an excavator. These are laborers on the site of the real kingpins who are NPP apparatchiks. So the only way we can nip this canker in the bud. Master, you spoke for long. I was here when you were speaking like a stammerer. When you had lost your mojo because you saw. You see, and you see, I don't even blame those who do the illegal mining. I know that Ajafa is not doing illegal mining, but he is the one I blame. He's the one I blame. I've seen NPP members like Eugene Boache, they should be openly condemning these things. But you have others like Ejapa Mensah. He is not doing illegal mining. Well, we have our own issues with him. He is, illegal mining, my good brother will not do. He PDS and the likes. You'll find him there. You understand? But Ejapa Mensah will come and sit here, a whole lawyer, minister of state, and defend illegal miners. When he doesn't do illegal mining, he's in the western region. He should have even had the motivation to do it. He doesn't benefit from their money. But he comes to sit here. I don't know. So then he will be dancing around the issue. We need unity. We need this. We need dialogue. Call them out. Call them out. You see, the only way evil triumph, and I'm landing so that he can say.
Land.
The only way evil triumph is when good people do nothing.
That's true.
Hey, Annie, mark today's dates. John Mahama is coming to power by hook or by crook, by the grace of God. Let an NDC member go and mine in the water body and let the person be arrested. And I'll come and sit here and defend the person. I will be the one calling for the arrest. Mark my words today. Those watching can keep this tape. We are not doing politics for the fun of it. Without Ghana, we have nowhere to go. We are first of all Ghanaians before our partisan affiliations. Human life is precious. So if your party member is mining recklessly in water in search of money, and the money, what are they using for? They are giving it to side chicks, buying cars for girls, left, right, center. You don't know them. Look, check the lifestyle. Check the what is he using?
I don't know.
What is he using?
How will I know?
Useless things.
Were you there when you was?
But you see, like I said, nature will judge them. The people of Ghana will judge them. God will judge them for what they have done to Erastus, for the people they killed, for the excavators they burned. Some of the people whose excavators were burned have suffered stroke. Some have died because they lost their legitimate livelihoods.
Okay.
And you have turned around to steal their gold, the excavators, and today you are mining in water bodies and you think God will forgive you. If for nothing at all, for the sake of the children being born, being given birth to without eyes, without nose, without mouths, God will never forgive you. And if you sit here to defend it, you are a partaker. You are a partaker in this rot and in the consequences thereof.
You see, this.
If I have to go for a short break, do you want me to go and come back?
You see the alacrity and the energy he now has to talk. Because Sami Janvi has spoken. Before Sami Janvi spoke, he was speaking like
because
somebody who is lying in the sofa. Okay.
I was hoping that, you see, we would be dispassionate and nationalistic in our.
This is nationalistic.
Yeah, it certainly is not.
Why?
It certainly is not.
What have I said here which is not true? Tell me.
It is this double speak.
Okay.
From your side. That is exactly the reason why we will never succeed in our fight against illegal mining. I have here International Journal of Applied Earth Observation and Geoinformation.
Kindly hold on.
Wait. We'll go for your break, please. Wait.
Hold on. Ejapa,
they did a publication in June 2017. Will you allow me to make this point and we'll go and come back?
1 minute.
Mapping the expansion of Galamsey gold mines in cocoa growing areas of Ghana using optical remote sensing. This is the observation. Highlights. Area of Galamsey has more than tripled from 2011 to 2015 from 10,907 hectares to 36,696.
Which year is this?
2011 to 2015.
Okay.
Who was president? Who was president? I'm asking you. Galamsey is affecting major rivers, Ofin and Cobra, Birim, Enum, Tano. Who was president? In 2013, an estimated area of 551,496 hectares was affected by Galamsey pollution. Who was president? In 2015, Galamsey encroached into at least 603 hectares of protected forest reserve. Who was president? Galamsey mapped for the first time, providing a baseline for further investigation. Yet you come and sit here. You have the audacity to speak to Ghanaians this way.
Why not?
How can he? When Kenashigbe and Co. started their fight, who was president? Who was the president?
What's your point?
My point is, this problem, Mr. Mahama dealt with it under his government.
Yes.
What was his solution? Yet you come and sit here. Look, I'm not going to glorify this your people lied to the point where their conscience is hunting them. I've not lied. And my conscience is certainly not hunting me. But I'm concerned as a Ghanaian that we, and you've demonstrated it this morning, the double standards that is causing our water bodies to deteriorate. You think using words, derogatory words like the president has emboldened encroachers, he came to steal, kill, and destroy? When these were happening, when these observations were made by this International Journal of Applied Earth Observation and Geoinformation, when Mr. Mahama was president, was he stealing? Was he lying? Was he maiming? What kind of discourse is that? I always keep advising you guys, certain language we shouldn't entertain in our politics. It leads to people losing confidence in our political system. You want power? So you come and sit here and talk as if to say we have short memory. We've all of a sudden forgotten about all the things that Aisha Wan and Co did in our country when your Mr. Mahama was president. Are we kidding? But is that the solution? Do I have to come and sit here and also speak about what Mr. Mahama did when he was president? His failed fight against the same issue. How are we going to make progress as a people? Look, every sentiment that I expressed during my initial observation is real. I feel it. Why? Charles Bissou's tape, we all saw it. Do you see any Chinese person in it? Did you see any Chinese person in the Bissou tape? Yet you come and sit here. People have sent me messages. Names of people, NDC, die-hard people who are doing illegal mining. Galamsey. Today. Why?
Mesa.
Look, do you know how many? I'm coming. Hold on. Do you know how many miners are involved in illegal mining?
Millions.
People put figures at 3 million. All of them are MPP, right?
Not necessarily.
So what is the politic in that? It's MPP people who have been emboldened to do this.
Same
when we know that people from various
same as under the previous administration.
I don't have a difficult. That's why I don't want to go. That is why I didn't think that it was proper for me to go the path that he's going. Because this data that I've put out, it clearly shows that you're Mr. Mahama, that you are touting to be the God who has the solution to all our problems, who as president, or maybe at the time because he hadn't learned magic, he couldn't solve it. Now that he's gone home and gone to learn his magic, he can now come and solve all these problems. What are we talking about? These are real matters. It is affecting our country, devoid of MPP, NDC. My people that I go around and meet, who are from Ankobra, okay, who are complaining about their inability to drink from the Ankobra today, should be concerning to all of us. In fact, someone told me only 2 weeks ago, Shama Aunakrom, where the estuary, okay, is. They said they voted en masse against NDC in 2016 because of the pollution to their water bodies. Was Pra not polluted in 2016, 2015, 2013, 2014 under Mr. Mahama? What was his solution? The lexicon Shanfan was introduced into our country during whose presidency? Yet you come and sit here. You have the audacity to even open your mouth and speak. But I'm saying that is not the solution.
What's the solution?
The solution is for us to come together and stop this double speak. Because the double speak, to come and sit here and make it look as if this is a problem that has bedeviled the Akufo-Addo government and it's not doing anything about it. It's disingenuous. Okay. You love Ghana and you speak the way you speak.
Okay, allow me to go for a break. I'll go for a break. I'll be back.
Unbelievable.
To have some small time.
And I haven't finished. We come back and I continue. We come back and I continue. He spent more than 30 minutes speaking.
Do you know how many minutes? Do you know how many minutes he spoke first?
How many minutes? What time did your show start? What time did your show start? What time did your show start? Go and come back.
I'll be back shortly.
guys, so I got this app. It's called Ayoba. It's a chat app that helps me with beauty tips and cooking tips. A super app that feeds me music and the latest sports content. I even use it for my studies. And the good news is I don't need to use my data bundle because I'm on MTN. Charlie, the app just did be.
Ayoba, the all-in-one app that lets you chat, call, read, play, pay, and listen. Use Ayoba at no data cost on MTN. Download Ayoba now.
Experience the enhanced protection of Star Motor Third Party Extra from Star Assurance, an enhanced motor third party insurance policy that provides cover for loss or damage to your vehicle's windscreens, side mirrors, back glass, and other glass components. Whether it's a crack or major damage, you can drive with the assurance that your vehicle is well protected. Our commitment to you includes affordable coverage options and a claims process that is both fast and straightforward, so you spend less time dealing with paperwork and more time on the road. Also, we have proudly partnered with Hope for Little Lives, an organization dedicated to supporting children in need. By choosing Star Motor Third Party Extra, you're protecting your vehicle and making a positive impact. Every policy you buy helps bring joy and support to children in underserved communities. Reach out to us now on our toll-free numbers 0800-177-177 or 0302-245-906 to sign up. Let us help you drive with peace of mind and purpose. Star Motor Third Party Extra. Drive with confidence, give back with heart.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
To all our believers,
To the Niger Gunners of Globe Road,
all you Artetas of Africa, of Accra,
of Maputo,
of Oimbo,
the legends of legends down Lusaka way. We hear you.
Now hear us. Obrigado. Talo.
Betway, the official global betting partner of Arsenal.
Using Coa Mixture, Coa Plus Mixture, and Coa MT Mixture, brought to you by Coa Research and Manufacturing Limited Company, proudly made in Ghana. Formulated to support your general well-being. For those seeking immune system support, there is Coa Plus Mixture. Support your body's defenses and stay strong. When it comes to combating malaria, Coa MT Mixture will aid your treatments. For effective relief from malaria symptoms, try Coa MT Mixture. Coa Mixture, Coa Plus Mixture, and Coa MT Mixture are not recommended for pregnant women, lactating mothers, and children under 12 years. Always take a malaria test before using Coa MT Mixture. Choose Coa Mixture, Coa Plus Mixture, and Coa MT Mixture for your health needs. Available now at pharmacies nationwide. For bulk purchases, contact 0244 726611 or 0591 565 778. This advert is
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath.
I'm a fair missy way.
Prepacho Bantama.
Matias.
Her smile, the fresh breath.
Me Jidi say we use Kel 360 toothpaste. Some me kind.
Kel 360 toothpaste.
Reskia Kel 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector. Onim jom kasa.
Kile Hossein. Kel 360 did the way. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
You will see so feeling kika when you know Kel 360 toothpaste.
Happy
Kel 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath. Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Now let me tell you why you should choose Safari Valley as your conference destination.
The new conference building combines modern amenities with the tranquility of nature, providing the perfect backdrop for your next seminar and corporate retreat.
The only conference destination with so many activities. You don't have to travel to visit your tennis club, the gym, or the stables. They have it all.
Enjoy this rooftop viewing deck, basking in the sunlight with the sight of wild animals roaming freely in their natural habitat.
At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
It's a unique experience that sparks creativity creativity and rejuvenates the mind.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Hey, what's up?
How far with your internship?
To be honest, I'm so nervous about starting this new role on Monday.
Oh, please. I know you'll be great at it. You should be worried about what benefits they have. Example, do they have health insurance?
I doubt they will have that for internet. But no shaking. I have NHIS already.
After you answer a line, ting.
Hey now, look at you. What are you going to do in your office when you can just download your app to register for an NHIS membership?
Yes, my people. You heard right. You can now download and register your membership on my NHIS app. No long queues or tedious paperwork. All you need is your Ghana card to register for yourself and for others. Once you register, you get a new digital NHIS card on your phone. My NHIS app gives you access to credentialed health facilities and services across the country. NHIS covers over 95% of disease conditions in Ghana. Access to healthcare just got easier.
Now let me sign up quickly. Please, Seth, I'm starting work next month.
The 8th edition of the prestigious Ghana Energy Awards is here. It is happening live on Friday, 25th October at the Labadi Beach Hotel in Accra. Time 6:30 p.m. prompt. Theme: the role of local content in building Ghana's energy sector. Special guest of honor: Osabiri Makwesi Atta II, the Oman Hene Ogwa traditional area. For tickets and sponsorship, call 030-3940-300. Industry partners: Media partners: Metro TV, Graphic News Plus. Validation by Forbes Mazars Ghana. Ghana Energy Awards. 8 years of redefining excellence.
Charlie, these MVP guys, them finish us.
Mo, why the lament like that?
Mauli, you know they Ghana. The MPP tell we say that they can't protect the public purse. The purse safe, then TIFA, I want to protect the purse. Corruption, left, right, front, center. I not see some before.
This matter you won't talk for here. It turn one day one corruption scandal. PDS, Ejapa, Skytrain, COVID, stolen excavators. But serve then take Duam. See the National Cathedral. Ilibo, we for collect all one money from them.
Boys, Buelo, you guys for cool down. See, we go recover all our stolen funds when John Mahama comes to power.
In this Ghana, how you go do it?
Operation Recover All Loot. Oral for short. John Mahama go investigate all cases of corruption, then prosecute all those found culpable, then retrieve all one stolen assets and funds. They take develop this country.
Shut up! Those way they run the public purse, where they steal one lands, they destroy one water bodies on top. Where they walk about, they tell we say make we vote for them. No, we for jail them all. Oral, they come like a kite.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Welcome back to the program. Still in the studio with two lawyers, Ejapa Mensah and also Sammy Gyamfi. And let me just remind you that as a proud official global betting partner of Arsenal, Betway is bringing you way more than the fun exclusive package. Please place your bets on Arsenal and you stand a chance to win exciting monthly prizes from range of Arsenal jerseys to some memorabilia and more. Not only that, you will also stand a chance of winning a once-in-a-lifetime play on the pitch experience and the Emirates at the Emirates Stadium. Also, competition ends on the 31st of January 2025. It's exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply and is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Be responsible and play. Get way more with Betway. Now, the Pink Clinic is also coming up. Join the Ignite Media Group with partners for Breast Cancer Awareness Festival dubbed the Pink Clinic. Date is the 25th of October 2024, which is tomorrow. Venue is AMA Gardens near Tema Station, Accra. Time is 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Within that time frame, you can pass through and do your health checks, including your breast. Come to enjoy free breast screening, dental check, chair massage, and free general health screening. Bring your family and friends to share the joy of giving back, and then also get your pink on to fight the menace. So you can also have this brooch on as you join to fight. This one is coming from Professor Martin Otinga Bebil from Legon. He says that, good morning, Annie. I guess my friend from NPP is missing the point. Nobody says there was no galamsey during the years he's referred to. The actors have now changed completely, with more government functionaries openly in the business.
I don't know. Oh, please. Are you the host or the moderator?
So tell me, who has the time
but
to
I
talk?
didn't ask you to speak.
But so who did you ask to speak?
Sammy
You made a point
because
about
you started
government.
the conversation.
Please.
I came in, you rebutted.
Sammy
You're giving me the right to speak now, so I will speak. Now,
go ahead.
You see, everything Ejapameza said in his second submission, the net effect of it, the sum total of it, is a poor attempt at equalization and nothing more.
There they go again.
Equalization. Oh, NDC also did it. So
That's not what I said.
So if children are being born without limbs, he doesn't care. You see why I say they have no values, they have no conscience. Please, when you were speaking and you were attributing things to me, I was quiet.
Please.
So please, you are an honorable minister. I respect you. Let me have my time. You see, to them, under John Mahama there was galamsey. So if our water bodies today are looking coffee brown, and pregnant women drinking from these water bodies are suffering from damaged fetus, he doesn't care. He doesn't care that babies are being born with deformities. He doesn't care that we are losing our forest reserves.
In his opening remarks, he is concerned. He said he's concerned. He drives past the river bodies almost all the time.
And what has he said about? Has he named and shamed one person engaged in the pollution of those water bodies?
Not yet.
Is he even interested in that? He's not. So don't let him deceive you with those mouth-watering, lofty rhetorics. You understand? It's not what people say that matter the most, but what they do. You get my point? Look, assuming without admitting that even under John Mahama there was illegal mining, does that make what is happening here right? Assuming without admitting.
Oh, why don't you want to admit?
No, hold on. First of all, I want to expose the paucity of the logic he's urging on us.
Okay.
He thinks that we are all zombies. We don't know what is good and what is bad. So we should accept this destruction, wanton destruction of the environment, the pollution of our forest reserves, to satisfy their greed because a certain government too did so. You see the logic? So that is clearly untenable. Let's put that aside. But now to the substantive point. Annie, I put it to you and him that galamsey, which means gather and sell, has been with us since the days of Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. It's been with us for decades. But that galamsey menace only had to do with a few locals using, conventional tools.
Very simple tools.
Tools to dig or sometimes to go into the pits or shafts of mining companies to go and do illegal mining. So in Obuasi, the youth there will go into shafts of gold fields and it will become an issue of Anglo-Gold. Same for Takwa and all that. That is the illegal mining we've always known. Okay? And under Mahama, was there illegal mining? Yes. Illegal miners were arrested, some prosecuted, some jailed, some deported. Under Mills, it was so. Under John Kufuor, it was so. Under Rawlings, it was so. But all those successive governments, including Kufuor's government, honestly, genuinely fought the menace. As we speak today, is there armed robbery going on in Ghana? Yes. So the fact that there is armed robbery going on is not the issue. Governments and the security agencies are supposed to deal with it. But when you see government appointees themselves engaging in armed robbery, then you cannot say that, there's always been armed robbery, so what is happening now is not new. What is happening now is new to the extent that we have never, ever in the history of Ghana had an ally or a law like LI 2463 that gives the president the power to give forest reserves to companies to go and do mining. That is the creation of Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, and the MPP. Under John Mahama, forest reserves were no-go areas. You could never get a lease to mine in the forest reserve because we know that that is where the water bodies take their source. And you understand? You came, and because of your greed, you decided to make mining free for all in forest reserves. And you gave the leases to government appointees. Show me one appointee or John Mahama in the NDC who had a lease to mine in the forest reserve. One. You see, talk is cheap. NDC also did it. Give me one. One minister, one DC, one MC who was given a lease by Mahama to go and mine in the forest reserve. At least, let your producer put that picture on the screen. And let's see the faces of those galamseyers in government who are destroying our water bodies in those forest reserves. Put them on the screen. Tell the producer to put them on the screen. All government appointees, look at them. Party apparatchiks, government appointees, look at them. Look at them. They are the ones polluting water bodies. And today people are suffering from all manner of diseases and sicknesses because of their wicked, illegal, criminal acts. And he's here justifying it. Somebody did it, so it's okay. Well, you have no classmates in Galamsey. So stop looking for classmates. John Mahama never gave access to anybody to go and do illegal mining in forest reserves. Under John Mahama, Annie, did you hear that seized excavators from illegal miners cannot be accounted for? They've gone missing. Did you hear that seized gold and pickups from illegal miners have gone missing? It only happened under you. Must have some shame. Have some shame. 500 excavators cannot be found. Your own minister reported your Central Regional Vice Chairman, Ekwawusi, who was the auctioneer for Galamstop, as the one responsible for the missing excavators. Facts are sacrosanct. Facts don't have emotions, my brother. It doesn't matter how loud you scream. You have no classmates in this wicked, devilish, criminal industry of illegal mining. Okay. And I'm coming. Under John Mahama.
Land. I want us to go.
No, he had 10 minutes. I'm coming. Don't forget about the parliament brouhaha. This is about our lives. Look, under John Mahama, did you hear that a journalist fighting Galamsey, exposing Galamsey, has been kidnapped by armed thugs, beaten to pulp like it has happened to Erastus Asaredonko? You are not ashamed. You are here doing equalization. You are not ashamed that the police under you have been rendered toothless.
The campaign.
They have been rendered toothless, such that they can't even effect common arrest. Because the people who are beating these journalists are your thugs and hoodlums and bandits. You are not ashamed. You are here doing equalization. What can you equalize this with in John Mahama's government? Under John Mahama's government, no mining in forest reserve, at least legally. Anybody who did that illegally was dealt with. There was a genuine fight. Under John Mahama, excavators, 500 excavators were not stolen and distributed to party apparatchiks because we said our party, Nyesika. Under John Mahama, journalists who were exposing illegal mining were not beaten. And by the way, what he has quoted means nothing. We have not said that there was no incidence of illegal mining under John Mahama. We are saying that John Mahama fought it genuinely. It didn't get out of hands. We didn't face this environmental crisis we are facing today under John Mahama. There was TUC. There was journalists in Ghana. They never went up in arms against the government because of the kind of environmental crisis we are seeing today. This is unprecedented. If you don't know this, then you are Alice. You are living in your own bubble. Let me put it that way. You are living in your own wonderland. Like Mr. Pratt would say, you are living in your own cuckoo's land. That you are far removed from the reality. There is no basis for equalization. And look, if you want to know that there is no basis for equalization, and this cannot be reduced to NDC MPP, check the drone shots of that drone pilot, Adam Strem, of the River Cobra, 2016 versus 2018. Put it on the screen, you have it. The River Cobra was crystal clear under John Mahama. Today is looking like coffee. It is same for the pra, it's same for the brim. Please stop this cheap equalization. Do politics of reason, politics of conscience, politics of principles. Now, look, he says that I use derogatory language when I said they came to steal, to kill, and destroy. Okay. The excavators, didn't you steal it? You stole the excavators. So when I say you came to steal, it is true. They seized gold, you've stolen it. The pickups you seized from the miners, you've stolen it. So when I say you came to steal, at least I've justified the stealing. You came to kill. Kwabenya, didn't you kill miners? Western region, Shama, didn't you kill miners? So if I say you came to kill, I've justified it. Some of these miners were legal, small-scale miners, not illegal miners like Chamawood to me, not illegal miners like Sampine. They ought to be shot and killed, not legal small-scale miners who were shot and killed during the time that their fraudulent ban was in force. They came to destroy.
They are engaged in illegal.
No, they were not. At the time, they stopped everybody. Engaged. No, at the time, Akufo-Addo banned all forms of small-scale mining. Legal or illegal, responsible or irresponsible.
Okay.
So some of the people who were shot and killed, whose excavators were burned and all that, were legal, responsible miners. That's the point I'm making. Okay. I'm saying that the stealing is justified because even your own former Minister for Environment reported your former Central Regional Vice Chairman, Ekwewusi, for stealing. So you stole the excavators, the guns, the gold and all that, the pickups, you stole it. The killing is justified because you shot and killed miners, some of whom were legal small-scale miners. The destroy is justified because we all see the water bodies and the forest reserves.
Okay.
You have destroyed Ghana.
Okay.
It will take us decades to reclaim and repair the damage that these people have done to the environment.
Okay.
People are dying.
Okay.
People who are bathing, who are using these water, who are fetching water from these water bodies to bath, are suffering from all manner of skin diseases. People are drinking this poison because they have no other sources of water. So when I say that you are wicked, you came to steal, to kill, and destroy, I'm calling you by your name. Because by their works, by their deeds, you shall know them. These are your deeds. And that is why I say so without any shadow of doubt. Now finally, he talks about double speaking. Me, Sami Jenvi, double speaking where? Where have you seen me defending Galamseyers or supporting Galamsey? The only person who is double speaking is Bawumia. He has appointed a known Galamseyer as his advisor, his campaign advisor on Galamsey.
Oh.
Mekuduka. Mekuduka went and met miners in the presence of Bawumia. You've been playing the tape. And told them that NDC is influencing TUC for mining to be banned. Yeah. They will not ban it today or tomorrow. They will continue to do illegal mining. Go to Takwa and go and see what Bekuduka is doing there. When Bekuduka said that, you can play the video, Bawumia was clapping. A man without conscience. Nanka, the community issue statement put to condemn the attack on Erastus. Have you heard government even condemn it? Why? Because they told the boys to beat Erastus. The media, they are making too much noise. Erastus is playing hero. Teach him a lesson. Beat him. Nothing will happen. That is what is going on. He said that it was under John Mahama that we heard of the word Chamfans. Oh, my brother, maybe then you were not in Ghana under Kufuor. Chamfans came into Ghana under Kufuor. But I don't have a problem with Kufuor because under Kufuor, there was a genuine fight against illegal mining. We did not see this environmental crisis we are seeing today. We did not see that. And you can check the drones. And then finally, when he says that, oh, there are over 3 million people engaged in illegal mining, do you think they are all NDC people who are involved? My answer to you is that, and so what? Only a useless government. You are a minister. Minister Muao. Not a main communicator, just a normal communicator minister. You come and sit on TV and say, the opposition, who left power almost 8 years ago, some of their members are engaged in legal mining, and you can't act. Of what use are you? You and your government. Yet, or you don't understand what governance means? You don't understand what leadership means? You don't understand the oath President Akufo-Addo has sworn? If NDC, MPP people, whoever is doing illegal mining, so what? Deal with them. If you can't deal with them, you are useless. You have no business governing. You have no business governing. And then he says, let us come, you and we should come together. We, who want to rebuild Ghana and protect our environment, we should come together with you Galamseyers. So that you influence us to do the Galamsey together or what? We should come together and do what? Can good and evil come together? Can light and darkness come together? Can light and darkness come together? You are destroying water bodies and killing people.
Okay.
We should come together to do what?
Okay.
Okay. Is your mama the president?
Okay.
We should do what?
Good morning, Annie. I love when every time Ejapa shows up on TV trying to be patriotic. Ejapa, the most patriotic thing you can do now is to leave office. Okay, is to leave the office for us. Maybe that's what you want to say, so that the NDC can repair the nation. And that's what Chumbafo is sending to you. The message is sending to you.
Let your mama come into office and let any MPP person dare to do illegal mining. We will not come and sit and say, MPP people are doing illegal mining, so let's come together. We will go after them.
Annie.
Yeah.
We will get rid of them. We will jail them.
Thankfully,
that is what a responsible government does.
It is not Samiji.
One of the demands that we're hoping to have from fighting Galamsey is the withdrawal of the LI in the forest reserves, and now we're faced with the current situation in Parliament. So we're locked. We don't know if government will use another route, because this is pressing for
Thankfully, Sami Jemfi can choose to listen to himself. Our viewers whose we are all communicating to. The data that I put out there, which he's not been able to counteract, was never intended to equalize. Pointing out the hypocrisy with which you speak, and your party and your flag bearer speaks. Pointing out the double speak. You have been in government, your party was in office. We all heard what Mr. Mahama and your former chief executive of the Minerals Commission said. We all heard what your national or deputy national organizer said. And I'm saying that that approach to the fight against illegal mining is not going to help us as a people. The information I put out there was never intended to equalize. Because like I said right from the very beginning, I'm concerned that we politicians are not acting in a manner that would help in dealing with this canker.
It's a generalization of that.
It's not, it's the fact.
Why are you not specific?
You see, wait, it's the reality on the ground. You can pretend to be an ostrich.
Who, me?
But yes, you. But you know the truth.
How am I pretending to be an
ostrich? But that's exactly what you are doing.
What am I doing?
Because you know the truth.
The truth is what?
That is the politicization of this matter.
How?
Is that what Sami Jemfi has said?
Sami Jemfi pointed out. No,
please, let me make my point. It's okay.
No,
let me.
You're accusing me of something, and you allow me to make my point.
Make your point.
Yes.
And after I will have my say.
Sami Jemfi pointed out specific issues.
Of what?
Specific issues.
Of what?
Of persons in government named.
See,
wait.
Very credible. Do you know Joanna Jam?
Sorry, I'll be done before you come in. With very credible reports that have come out, and he's asking why the government is not going after the person that have been named.
What credible? What?
These are
and they don't have licenses.
But why?
I don't know their status, but I'm asking you.
Even the interview
and the person who put it on there, whether these people don't have licenses.
Had with Erastus. Erastus has mentioned that this company that we just that attacked them.
Yeah. I'm told that an official
legitimate license,
yes,
but it's engaged in illegal activity. I expect that the government institution will actually call the institution immediately.
But of course, I made that point. I made that point earlier.
They were attacked on Sunday. Today is Thursday.
You are not a panel member.
No, but
you are moderating. No, I didn't attack you. I'm saying that I have the right to, let's not pretend to be ostriches. And I can see clearly that you are pretending to be one.
I take exception.
So if you are not, you are not. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Exception to your
comments. You see, the point that I'm making is very simple. This is a problem, and you cite Kufuor. You cite Atta Mills. You didn't, conveniently. You didn't cite Mahama. Hold on. Please. It's interesting. You go as far back. So it's a problem. President Kufuor dealt with it. Did he succeed? According to you, Shamfan or whatever came into our political lexicon during President Kufuor. So I'm not going to argue with you on that. Mr. Mills, obviously, Professor, attempted to fight. Did he succeed? Mr. Mahama attempted. Did he succeed? I've given you data. And Mr. Akufo-Addo is attempting. He's not succeeding. So we're not going to take a step back and review the reasons why all these presidents in the past have not succeeded. It is not important for us to do that. Is it not? But listen to him. He speaks as if he just descended from heaven. You will never be there. I'm not God. But you, who doesn't know you?
You won't go to heaven.
And, what is he going to do? He says when he goes to heaven, he sees Akufo-Addo. He's going to check. He's not going there.
You won't be sure.
Because he has no conscience. And he's the first to point to people's consciousness. Are you kidding me? Listen to him. So if you in one breath admit that this is a problem that has transcended governments, and that is not only Mahama's time that I've given you data, and so because of that I'm equalizing, but that even President Kufuor's time this problem was there. Granted. I'm saying, does it not then, if we've tried to use one solution and we are not succeeding, to take a step back and review our position as a country collectively to see how we fight this?
Okay, how do you want to do that collective approach?
But as I've stated quite clearly, that it's because we play politics with it. And so, if we don't discard the politicking, if we don't send a clear message out there that this is not an issue that we can play politics with.
Ejapa,
you cited President Akufo-Addo.
How does
when he went to Annie, can I finish?
How does one play politics?
I don't know what they're doing.
How did he do that? How did he end up
that Akufo-Addo has failed?
Yes.
And Mr. Mahama succeeded?
Yes.
Did he succeed?
No, he
and
didn't
that if Mr. Mahama comes, please.
He didn't
that
say
they have come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. We are here because Akufo-Addo has come to scam small-scale miners using presidency, putting presidency that was a ruse, a charade. What happened during Mr. Mahama's time? So it's a recycle of the same old issues. President Akufo-Addo is on record. You cited President Akufo-Addo having gone to Obuasi and made a point. And he's repeated it in government. That mining started long time ago. It's not during his era that mining is going to stop. But we need to do it responsibly. We need to avoid going into water bodies to mine. And that's consistently what Dr. Bawumia is saying. That's what Mr. Mahama is saying. But at least Mr. Mahama has been president before. And during his time, the data shows that illegal mining galamsey in water bodies got worse. It's been compounded. I agree. And every Ghanaian ought to be concerned. I'm concerned. I cited PRA, which I see on a regular basis. Is that the kind of future we want to leave to our children? Certainly not. But I'm realistic to know that it's because of the actions of him and I.
That's why where we were.
Precisely.
Oh.
Because we play politics with it.
Oh man, Ejapa.
Sit there and do Ejapa. Because you've taken a certain position.
Ejapa.
But if you are not prepared to be realistic to the facts.
I'm sorry, hold on.
It's up to you. But I'm speaking to the greater majority of our people and to let them appreciate that. This is what it is. You think Ghanaians will do?
So let me assume the position of an ostrich, right? We are in a current situation led by a particular government. Of what use is the past government to me now?
The past government who says vote for him.
No.
You think it's irrelevant?
You have even come up with.
You think Samidi has come to sit here to do what?
You have even come up with a nationalistic approach.
Absolutely.
So whichever party is campaigning for, we are trying to solve a problem today.
Yes.
You're saying that
and the 7
we
of
have
the,
used the
solving
same
the
approach.
problem is an event.
8 years.
It doesn't matter. Is it an event? I'm asking you.
You can't ask me.
I can't ask you.
No, you can't.
When it's convenient, I can't ask you because you don't have an answer.
No, you can't ask me.
Look. I mean, we will go and come back in 4 years if we do not change the means to dealing with the problem and still be talking the same way. Just as we did in 2020, just as we did in 2016, just as we did in 2010, just as we did in 2008.
All right, what are we?
This problem will persist. I'm saying that if you have a government that has indicated that this is the pathway that I'm going, of course, there were excesses. I agree with when the ban and some of the things that came out. But he knows that.
So that was
I'm
not
coming.
So
I'm
that was
coming.
not political.
Do you even know what I'm saying?
That there were excesses.
Oh, in what?
Those are the excesses he mentioned.
What excesses?
What you have just referred
But let me finish my point. If I don't finish my point, how is the listener going to understand the point that I'm trying to make?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
He knows, and I know, that any tool that is used in a criminal enterprise, when he sees, it has to dispose of. It becomes state property. Yes, there were excesses. There were people who abused the process. True. We've heard Frimpong Boate's report and all the things that happened. But that still doesn't take away the fact that we ourselves, political leaders, exploited the situation for our political ends, and so that weakened the fight against illegal mining. And we are where we are. I'm saying that we need to take a step back, review the entirety of all the things that previous governments have done, including Chinese people who were arrested. That government refused to prosecute them under Mr. Mahama because the Chinese embassy had issued a threat. So they were sent back to their country. It happened under Mr. Mahama's watch. Aisha One's name gained prominence when your government that is seeking to come back today to come and reset Ghana to where? To where? Where haven't we seen them manage this country to? That's the double speak.
Okay.
That's the insincerity.
Yes.
Can I come in now?
That's the dishonesty on your part.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Nana.
2 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes.
No. Don't forget, he always starts. So this is my time.
Sammy.
No, so this is my
Sammy.
time. He had another rebuttal. I came. He started.
So he's now taking.
Yeah, so this is my time. That's
okay.
my time.
I knew you were
let
going
me
to
give you
fall
5 minutes.
Now, Annie.
I knew you would fall for it.
No. You spoke for over.
I knew you would fall for it. Haven't you fallen for it?
Annie.
Let him speak.
First of all,
I've made my point.
I think that Ejapa is being overly abrasive and antagonistic with you. And I join you to take exception to this kind of hostile posturing. It is totally unbecoming of a guest on this show. If Dr. Abe was in this chair, I'm not sure he would have spoken to him the way he's speaking to you. So please, let's be measured. Number 2, Annie. He keeps on, you see, this conversation is becoming like a conversation with the deaf. Because here I am, having a discussion with somebody who knows the truth. He knows that everything I've said is the truth. He cannot impugn even one thing I have said. But he's pretending not to be listening or not to be hearing. He's pretending not to understand things that he himself knows. Such as? He sits here and say that under Kufuor, there was Galamsey.
You
and
made reference to Kufuor.
And there was Galamsey. Ejapa, me when you're talking, I'm quiet too. I'm quiet.
You are sure?
You are a lawyer. You are my senior at the bar. This thing should come to you naturally. How to be quiet when your colleague is talking. Okay? That is how we were trained in school. So you see, he says that under Kufuor, under Mahama, under Tamils, was there Galamsey? Did they succeed? They didn't succeed. So we should do a review. Who told you that they didn't succeed? You can't root out illegality in any community. In America, there is crime. Is there no crime in America? You can't root out crime. There is no crime-free society in the world. So you don't measure the success of a government based on the incidence of wrongdoing.
Or the performance of the past.
Yeah, you measure the success of a government based on how it handles.
Ejapa, why are you looking at me?
Hold on. Based on how it handles wrongdoing. I'm satisfied with how Kufuor handled wrongdoing in the context of illegal mining. I'm satisfied with how Professor Mills of blessed memory, and how Jerry Joe Rollins of blessed memory, and how John Mahama handled the illegal mining menace. The incidents was there, people were doing it, but there was a genuine fight. Ministers, MPs, DCs, MNDCs under these governments never joined the fray. They never joined in this illegal mining menace. They never, how can anybody who says he has a conscience, Ejapa sits here and says, me, Sammy, I don't have a conscience. You sit here and you are not ashamed You think that it is okay for a minister, a mayor in your government to be given a concession to mine in a forest reserve and pollute a water body? This is disgraceful. I mean, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. Is this what cheap NPP politics can do to people? This is okay to you? So then why are you going to repeal the law then? Why are you running with your tails in between your legs that you have laid an ally before Parliament to repeal that law? It's because you acknowledge, now you have been compelled by the TUC and CSOs to acknowledge that that law was totally reprehensible. That was the entry point of your party functionaries, apparatchiks, and government officials into our forest reserves. That was it. But for that, we will not have the environmental crisis we are having today. At least, even if the water bodies would have been polluted, it would have been better. The children who are being born with deformities that you don't care, you are not even commenting about, would not have been in this situation. And you are here justifying it. Which of the presidents you mentioned, including Kufuor, allowed their government officials to mine in forest reserves?
Okay.
Now he says, I agree, it has been compounded. You are unfair. Unfair. You are here speaking like a social commentator. Has somebody forced you to come and sit and speak for the MPP? What are you doing to yourself?
Interesting.
Look. So the point here is that, hold on.
Everything
no, please. Allow me to make my point. Allow me to make my point. Allow me. Yes, you are the spokesperson. You have done a good job for Woon to me and those Galamseyers in your government. They should be paying you.
At all.
If they are not paying you, then charge them. What change spokesperson? Mama Twaso, Annie, Timmy. No, please.
The laws allow Ghanaian citizens
there is mutual respect between us.
Licenses
give me that same respect.
Mining.
True. Land.
No, one law.
So if
the law that the Kufuor brought,
one law. But if
the law that the Kufuor brought that he himself has acknowledged that is a bad law that he is today repealing.
See,
and even at the time they want to repeal, they are mining in the forest reserve.
He didn't admit that it was a bad law.
So why do they want to repeal it?
He's only doing that based on pressure.
Oh, sir.
You know we're putting pressure on him.
That even makes it worse.
Yes,
that even makes it worse. Let's go on. So the argument that successive government did not succeed, so what they are doing is okay, it's an insult to our sensibilities. I'm saying that successive governments contained the problem. They managed it responsibly. It didn't get out of hand. We didn't have this kind of environmental crisis we're having today where Ghana Water Company says they can't even treat our water bodies again because of the high turbidity levels. Annie,
okay.
Look, where are the drones they bought with our taxes? Hold on. Where are the drones they bought with our taxes? Where are the drones?
I don't know.
Thieves, they have stolen it. There are reports on that. Thieves, they have stolen the drones. Do you know the money? Do you know the money? Hold on.
Who will steal it?
Do you know the money? Hold on.
The drones have gotten missing.
Yes.
But we don't have reports that
they steal excavators and they steal drones, and he comes to city and say they are not even stealers in the west of Sheikh Isaac. Now listen to me. Hold on. Then he says that if we don't discard the politics and come together, so when we come together, we'll do. When we come together, you will bring back the excavators.
So I will expect.
When we come together, we have come together. We have come together. Go and bring back the excavators.
That you will reprimand.
We have come together. Please hold on. They have never preached illegal mining.
Who go?
Please, let me make my point.
Really?
They have never done that. And if they have done that, go and arrest them. Talk is cheap. If they have done that, if NDC comes to power and you go and promote illegal mining, you'll be arrested. Mark my words. It will not just be.
And when NDC was in power,
that's the difference.
When NDC was in power in the past, what happened?
We dealt with Wontumi. You couldn't do illegal mining. We dealt with him.
Wontumi didn't
and
have
let me tell you, Wontumi is the first person who will arrest. Quote me anywhere for illegal mining. That devastation he has caused to the Tanon Imre Forest Reserve, destroying that water body, he will pay for it. At least the Minerals Commission has issued an official correspondence that says that what he did there was illegal mining. He will never go scot-free under John Mahama. You think we will be a useless government instead of us working with the power we have been entrusted with by the people? Say that we want unity.
And your candidate in
nobody will be spared.
Okay.
Your Mahama has said, no, 1 minute. He had his third time. Let me make my point. Then he says that, hold on. You have been in office.
My time is
You have been in office for almost 8 years. It's an injury time, like you. What's he say? Fighting illegal mining is not an event, it's a process. So the process will start when? When will the process start? Because what we have seen is just a fraudulent fight, a sham, a scam, a charade. What you have succeeded in doing is that you have taken over people's concessions, you have stolen excavators, mining equipment, and today you yourself, you are doing the illegal mining. That's why I conclude with these words. We need to fight illegal mining and uproot it. We need to promote responsible mining so that our people can also benefit from the mineral resources of this country. But we need to root out the senseless canker of mining in water bodies and mining irresponsibly. To fight illegal mining is equal to fighting the NPP, because the NPP is the embodiment of illegal mining. Illegal mining today is NPP. Another word for Galamsey is NPP. They embody it. You can't fight illegal mining without fighting the NPP.
Okay.
And that is why when you attempt, like Erastus, to fight illegal mining, the NPP will fight back at you. They will beat you up. He is even lucky that they didn't kill him. The only hope we have in salvaging what is left of our environment, salvaging what is left of our water bodies, is when we vote for change, for a new leader to come and restore order, bring some decorum in the way we do mining, hold these criminals accountable for their crimes, retrieve the stolen excavators from them, the stolen mining equipment, the pickups, the gold, retrieve it from them. Ban the mining in water bodies, ban the mining in forest reserves. In truth, I'm not saying that under John Mahama there will be no illegal mining. No. People will still try to do it. But there will be a genuine fight against illegal mining. And John Mahama is the only person in this election who has said that no appointee of his will be allowed to engage in mining, whether legal mining or illegal mining. Whether you can't even do a legitimate legal mining business in John Mahama's government.
Right.
He is the only person with a 120-day social contract. And in that, he has stated clearly what he's going to do about illegal mining. So look, these guys are just playing chaskele with your lives. Because they are the ones championing the illegal mining menace, polluting the water bodies, destroying the environment, and enriching themselves so that they and their side chicks can enjoy. And those who sit in the studios of TV stations to defend that are even worse than the Galamseyers. And that is who Ejapa Mensah is. They should be ashamed of themselves.
This is about illegal mining in the country.
Manko's watching.
Yes.
He's MPP. He says if you try to fight me, I shouldn't fight you back.
Oh, I'm not trying to fight you.
Okay.
Says the man who acknowledges that this canker actually existed under John Mahama. And I agree that Mr. Mahama probably will not allow his appointees to engage in mining because his track record is that on the 29th of December 2016, he gave our bauxite deposits to his brother's company. And so maybe his brother is the one who is going to engage in the mining and not his appointees. So that's fair. But his track record as president of the Republic.
He always starts to say, it will come back to me.
His track record as president of the Republic, that Galamsey area actually tripled from 10,907 hectares
what report is
to 36,696
on the internet.
This is an international journal.
What international journal?
International Journal of Applied Earth Observation and Geoinformation.
What is the authority behind
Volume 58,
2011.
June 2017.
At least we knew the color of River Cobra.
225
and Mahama.
Okay.
225
were crystal
to 233.
Nobody was mining in the forest.
His track record that under his watch as president,
and you, Ejapa,
Galamsey affected major river bodies Ofin and Cobra, Birim,
They were not
and
looking
Tamil.
coffee brown.
This is the track record of Mr. Mahama.
Okay.
His track record is that in 2013, as president, an estimated area of 551,496
his own
hectares
creation
was affected by Galamsey.
By the way, these are all fake statistics.
His track record is that in 2015,
you shouldn't have even allowed it on the show.
Galamsey encroached into at least 603 hectares of protected forest reserve. This is the track record of the man.
Fake data.
This research is from.
I've given you
fake.
International Journal.
Mahama never allowed anybody to speak. Allow who? You don't want to end?
You mentioned it.
International Journal of Applied Earth Observation and Geoinformation.
What are you here for?
Volume 58. June 2017. In fact,
Annie, it looks like you've been bullied by him, so now you're playing around. You were trained by Dr. Abiy. Defend.
This piece are from Cranfield University,
and nobody stole
Bedfordshire, MK 043 UK.
What is your business?
Mapping the expansion of Galamsey gold mines in cocoa growing areas of Ghana.
He's speaking Chinese.
Using optical remote sensing. This is the track record of the man who says that vote for me again. Now I've gone home.
Okay.
Do you know what he's reading? A student in a certain institution decides to write an article.
It doesn't solve it.
Somebody writes an article. You see, an academic will be a lawyer. You go and write. You come and sit on TV and you're reading an article by a student who is doing his own thesis, and you're reading that as if it is the gospel truth.
Okay.
Look, Mahama never allowed anybody to mine in the forest reserve. He didn't steal excavators. He didn't steal excavators.
When
it is not your time. It is not your time to speak.
Are you the host now?
No.
But when I try to speak,
this is
you
injury
make
time.
references of how this is injury time.
You've had 3 bites. I've had
all of
3
a
bites
sudden
at the
you
time.
starting your training as a lawyer.
No.
I'm sorry. This is to you. So listen to me. Mesa, listen to me. I have received a number. Ejapa Mesa. You're just not being Ejapa.
Ensure responsible mining. Give miners resources to buy equipment to do responsible mining.
Contain them to ensure that whatever it is that they through their mining activities
I have received a number of messages of persons who think that Ejapa has not treated me fairly. Please, I am not really that offended.
He owes you
Calm
an
down.
apology, and you shouldn't apologize.
No, calm down. It's fine.
If you took offense with any of my comments, I apologize.
No, it should not be.
Hey, look at the way you apologize.
Oh, no, I apologize. I apologize.
Okay.
If you took any offense, I apologize.
Yes, but you have to do something else after the apology.
Not a problem at all. We can talk off air to see.
You
know I'm not involved in Galamsey.
I'm
not interested in it. All I know is law.
All his friends.
And that's exactly what I'm doing.
Galamsey.
See,
Western
Minister.
All of them engage in Galamsey.
Okay, we'll engage you again.
Tomorrow, the people, I don't know. I don't have any knowledge whatsoever. I don't know. Hold on. I don't. I'm not interested.
Oh, I'll be shocked if he's engaged in Galamsey. I don't think he will do that.
I do not have any factual basis
mining concession
to support this allegation that you make against people that I know.
Give them a bail today.
You can speak to whatever. It's up to them to take you on if they think that you've slandered or whatever, defamed them in any way. It's up to them.
You say you don't know that the Western Regional Minister.
I don't know.
Play the video.
You said that he's engaged.
Yes.
In Galamsey. Yes. I'm saying that I don't know.
If he's not engaged in Galamsey, will he be telling Galamseyers that we have reduced
I do not
know. Will he tell them that?
And that's the bare.
This is somebody who is actively promoting.
I do not know.
We'll be back
and in his presence.
Thank you for watching. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming through.
Yo, guys, can you believe Momo is 15 years in Ghana?
Really?
Yes, it's been 15 years of Fatumi Fonsoma Me.
15 years of Shabi Momo.
15 years of Loyazo.
15 years of I've paid the school fees.
Breaking news! Win awesome prizes in the